Chequea, chequea, chequea. We out here. Yo, man, swimming is exhausting. So whenever summer rolls around and it gets hot, what I like to do is go swimming. I've been pooped. I've been knocked out. Not knocked out. I ain't been asleep. I was on Twitter, but I mean, like, I'm exhausted, bro. Swimming really is a full body workout because you got to use your whole body to glide around the water. So I'm sure most of y'all have heard by now that Ryan Garcia, it's not really looking good for him. Que lo que, don Juan, ya te sé, manín. La mierda. Ya te sabe. It's not looking good for Brian. Brian, if you go to his social media right now, in so many words, he's telling the story of a fighter who's being run out of the sport, about to take a hiatus or a holiday or whatever you want to call it. But we all know what it pertains to. It pertains to the doping case and the adjudication, the ruling that is set to come down later on this week, which is widely speculated to be a 2-year suspension. And even now, I feel skeptical because in America, they've had a revolving door policy when it comes to these situations. Little 6-month ban, slap on the wrist, and you're back before you know it. That's how they usually handle this joint. You know what I mean? Look at Alberto Puello. He lost his belt because they found some pads, and he was back before you knew it, fighting in a fight. And now he's back. He fought Gary Antoine Russell the other day. They don't usually do nothing, you know. So, and that's what I thought. Like, man, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't, like I think he's guilty personally. I think he cheated. He knew he cheated. He knew exactly what he was doing. But I didn't think they were gonna do nothing about it, you know. The argument has been whether or not Ryan is innocent. That is the conversation that people have been having, that Ryan is innocent. All I've been saying is, no, he not. It's very obvious that he cheated, you know. Now, whether or not you care, that's up to you. But did he cheat? Well, all signs point to yes. Look like he cheated, you know. How widespread is doping in the sport of boxing? I don't know. Neutral, what it do? Mr. Yagami, what it do? Smokey, what it do? Data Ender, what it do? Dr. Mario, Juan Luis, Yosemite, El Smokey, ay. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't have helped this situation that while the New York State Athletic Commission is gathering what evidence and what pertinent information they can, Ryan is on social media saying things like, I love steroids. Give me all the steroids. Right? Well, that don't help nothing. You know what that tells them? That tells them this person is not taking this seriously. They're not. If nothing else, that's what that tells them. That this person that is dealing with this stuff, they don't realize the gravity of this, and they're not taking it, and they're not taking us seriously. If the first thing you do is run to social media, yeah, give me all the steroids. Yeah, I love steroids. Because remember, he said that. It was like, yeah, that was funny for 10 seconds. Te jodiste, you know? And it doesn't help the optics of it that before it came out that you tested positive for a banned substance, you blew the weight by 3 pounds. I've been telling y'all the whole time that somebody going to look at that, and the personality profile they're going to get is, oh, this person is looking for an edge. That's what you're doing. You looking for an edge. If you saying, yo, I ain't going to make the weight because I'm not trying to weaken myself, well, that's somebody that's looking for an edge. And somebody that's looking for an edge is likely to use a banned substance. That you ain't going to stop at the 3 pounds, because if you're going to be so brazen and so cavalier about those rules, you might be cavalier about some other rules, some Chevy Cavalier, caviar, you know? And I've had a lot of people get mad at me on Twitter, on here. They get mad at me, but it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Pretend this looks good? It doesn't look good, fam. Like, what do you want me to do? You know? What you want me to do? You want me to tell you a story? Like, yo, it's all good. It ain't nothing. Oh, it is something. It's something. You know. Neutral. Remember the dude I was talking to on your channel, the poker dude, because that wasn't even a boxing dude. That was a poker dude. That for some reason he just want to be Ryan's like I don't even know, bruh. I don't know what that dude was trying to do. Like, what are you trying to do, fam? What are you doing? And you older than me. I'm old. You older than me. All right, bro. That shit make you feel real. It ain't gonna pan out. That's why all that acting and all that talking and all that arguing. And I've been telling y'all that, like, yeah, this shit really doesn't look good. But I didn't, the rumor is that he may be suspended for 2 years. That's the rumor that's circulating right now. And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. And even now, we don't know for sure. We don't know with certainty, because I'm very jaded. I'm very cynical. What I've seen in the past is, man, y'all don't really give a fuck about that shit. Because y'all let motherfuckers get popped all the time and they come back all the time. So y'all don't really give a fuck about that shit. Right? I didn't really expect them to do a lot, you know? But it looked like they might make an example out of him and just reasons that they might say no, we got to be different with this one is because you being brazen, you being messy, cavalier, you saying I love steroids. Oh, what you think, this is a joke? This is a joke to you? All right, bro, you trolling? Got you. We gonna troll you in a second. If Devin popped dirty, he wouldn't even get suspended. Bro, stop with that silly shit. How do you sound, bro? How you sound saying that he wouldn't get suspended? I think if Devin got popped, he wouldn't be so stupid as to jump on Twitter saying, "Give me all the steroids." That's what I think. Ryan is the first dumb motherfucker I ever seen do that. I seen a lot of motherfuckers get popped for some pads. You the only silly motherfucker that really ran the social. Yeah, give me all the steroids. That was smart. Wow. Good job. If I get popped, I'm shutting the fuck up. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, let me shut the fuck up. How about that? I'm not gonna say shit. I could care less about Ryan. No, you not keeping it real. You saying you could care less about Ryan, but if Devin tested positive for, man, get out of here, man. Y'all be low key wanting to like feel like what is there to feel bad about, dog? You blew the weight, you pissed hot, you was talking too much shit, and that's one of the worst things. Like, bro, this shit serious, bro. Give me all the steroids. All right, bro. Do you post what you want, bro? It's a free country. Do you, bro? You know? I said that, yo, you can't be talking shit about companies. I said that. You can't be talking shit about companies. That's defamatory. You have too many followers to do that. When you do that, it's not the same as me or someone else doing that. If you do that to millions of people, it's defamatory. And what Logan Paul did, yo, cease and desist, or we're gonna sue your ass. Okay? You cut that shit out, or we're gonna sue your ass, bro. The new Traballo dude, Mark Glazier. Don't blame us for that shit. You trying to blame us for that shit like we just gonna take it. That shit is not our fault, bro. I mean, real is real. That motherfucker's dumb, man. Like, ain't no words for like, bro, Ryan is just dumb, bro. It's dumb. It probably wouldn't even be that bad if you just shut the fuck up. That's it. Chill. Go get a blowjob. The fuck are you doing online so much? You're young. Get off the internet. Stay away from the public for a little minute while you deal with this. That's what that's how it has been. Get away from the public. Don't say nothing incriminating. Be quiet. This old TikTok ass motherfucker don't know how to be quiet. Like, shut up, bro. Give me all the steroids. What you thought you was funny? Well, look, that shit was funny a while ago. Ain't funny no more. you know? You know. You know what I'm saying? He thought that shit was the funniest shit. Like, you just a bad boy, huh? You just Billy Badass with all the hair on your knuckles, huh? Fuck the rules. Fuck how it look. Fuck how it sound. Yo, that's a long ass name, bro. Ryan don't need boxing. He made 100 mil. Bro, how you sound saying that? You think he don't need boxing? Okay. Okay. You know? I don't know if he made 100 mil neither. I don't know where a crazy ass number like that came from. That's a crazy ass number. 100 mil. Fuck he got 100 mil from. Just the other day he was complaining about not getting paid yet. But he made 100 mil. Y'all gotta stop condoning bullshit. That's what I see. People condone a lot of bullshit. If you gonna cheat, shh, be quiet. If you gonna cheat, shh, don't say nothing. Chill. Shut the fuck up. Nah, he wanna be loud with the shit. He wanna be loud with the shit. Fuck the rules, right? Fuck it. I don't pity that motherfucker no way. This shit could have been done like you could if you just shut the fuck up. Maybe they could figure something out behind the scenes. If you just shut the fuck up. Motherfucker ain't want to shut the fuck up. You know? So it is what it is, man. If they give him a 2-year suspension, I just wonder what the content creators that have uploaded video after video after video, they stopped uploading videos when Nutribio did the test. I checked. I went to see, yo, did they do videos about that? Because that's not good, you know? I went to check. Did they do videos about that? That Nutribio ran the lot number and they tested the containers and none of them had aspirin in it? Did they do videos about that? Nah, right? I figured. Because it's going to make y'all look crazy for saying he innocent. Shout out to Domo. Can't look good for sponsors. Gatorade, GNC, right? Motherfuckers think it's a game out here. Like, nah, it's not a game out here, B. You fucking up your own paper with that shit. I don't know. You better do. I mean, like, listen. Jarrell Miller was banned for 2 years and he came back. Povetkin was banned for 2 years and he came back. So it's not like you can't come back. You can come back, but the 2 years, if they do ban him for 2 years, well, that's 2 years you don't get back. That's 2 years you not fighting. That's 2 years that when you come back, you're gonna have to come back from that. You're gonna have to tune up. Maybe you got to take a haircut on some of the purses because your skills might suffer. You might regress. Making the weight might be difficult. A lot of shit, you know? It don't act like it don't cost you nothing. It costs you. Time is something that when you pay it, you don't get it back. There is no refund on time. So if they suspend you for 2 years, well, that's time you not going to get back. There's no refund. So what you going to do? TikTok dances? Dale tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo y tu culo la teta cosa buena. I don't know, bro. What are you gonna do? Better start a YouTube channel. Hi, I'm. You know what he could be? He could be. He could. He could be boxing media. Like he could run around with the microphone asking people questions and shit. He could be boxing media. He could do the interviews and shit. Hey, fight fans. I'm Ryan Joy Phelps. Hey, fight fans. You know, get on his jazzy shit. NGQ. Doing what I do. All right. Looking nice. Say, hold it up. That's fucked up, bro. Really, I don't like him because of the Caleb Plant shit. That's why I really don't like him. Jordan Plant don't bother nobody. You don't need to disrespect that woman like that. That's a mother, that's a wife. If you got beef with Caleb, keep it on you and Caleb. You such a coward, you bring that man wife into it because you know shit you say to him not gonna bother him. If you say some shit to him about him, that's not gonna bother Caleb. Caleb don't give a fuck about you. But you gonna bring that man wife into it, who is innocent in all of this. She don't got nothing to do with y'all. She ain't in the middle of y'all shit. What you gonna do that for? Cause you a coward. That's some coward shit to do. For real. That's how cowards move. Like, so you wanna go super low. But you the same one looking for sympathy. Mm, mm, mm. Old bitch ass shit. If you got beef with Caleb, then have beef with Caleb. You ain't got beef. You got beef with Caleb' wife. It's deep like that. Then it'd be wrong if he took a bat to your fucking skull, wouldn't it? Cause you not on no boxing shit if you bringing a man wife into it. Like, what she got to do with it? Nothing. You just a coward ass motherfucker looking for reactions. You just looking for reactions, basically. You bring up that lady, you looking for reactions, bro. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Caleb could open his mouth and say what he said. And Ryan opened his mouth and said what he said. But you bringing that man wife into it for what? If you got beef with Caleb, then stay on Caleb. You brought his wife into it because you know you can't hurt his feelings. What the fuck are you gonna say to him that's gonna hurt his feelings? No, you brought up that man wife because you trying to get a reaction. You know, real motherfucking shit. Motherfucker not gonna let you do that. That motherfucker, yo, man, if you wasn't wrapped in a cocoon of security guards that weigh 300 pounds, that white dude was gonna smack the shit out of you, bro. He was gonna smack fire out your ass, bro. Fucking acrylic nails would have fell out your shit. That motherfucker was gonna smack the shit out of you. See, Caesar, you gotta stop thinking like that because you keep saying, I don't give a fuck about Ryan. Then what you arguing on his behalf so much? I don't give a fuck about Ryan. Then what do you keep defending his bullshit for? I don't like Ryan because I think Ryan is a sucker. You a whole sucker, bro. Get out of here. You a sucker. You a sucker. Talking shit about Devin don't change that. You're a sucker. Motherfucker quit. What was it? Tank punched him in the ribs and he quit. I give up. Fuck it. I thought you said you had a dream that you was gonna beat him. Did you say that you had a dream? I have a dream that I'm gonna quit in the Davis fight. Motherfucker had a dream, had a nightmare. When it rains, it pours. No, I don't pity him. Boxing does not need him. You know why I'm glad if they do throw the book at him? I'm not going to make bold proclamations. But if they do throw the book at him, I'm glad because he sets a bad example for the people that are coming through. See, if he continues to succeed, it's going to send that message to other people that you could be this jackass and this dickhead, and other people going to try to be jackasses and dickheads. But if they nail your ass to the wall, oh, suddenly this is not a good idea. Yeah, don't do that. Don't be like him. Don't be like him. He's a dickhead. I don't like that motherfucker. If they crucify that motherfucker and turn him into the Jeebus, yeah, you don't want to be like Ryan. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. That motherfucker's an idiot. Motherfucker gonna sit there and talk all that shit. Oh shit. Y'all motherfuckers getting heavy in the chat. Let me post a link in the chat. Link in the chat. Post a link in the chat. I gotta get my voice modulator back. You know what the weird shit is? All I gotta do is use the new cord for the soundboard and I could hook the whole shit up. But I like this mic so much, I don't want to use the old mic. And I haven't figured out how to use this mic with that soundboard. Link in the chat. Let me post a link in the chat. Link in the chat. Didn't I post a link in the chat? I did. There go Devontae. What you think about it, Devontae?
What the
Ryan.
Ryan Garcia? Ryan?
Yeah, man.
I mean, he need to get out of boxing anyway. Let the real fighters who we here for boxing. We're not here for a soap opera. Guys lying about being on Pez and stuff. Man, we here to see fights.
I agree. Like the American, and this is why I constantly harp about the American boxing scene. That this clown shit is not happening in Japan. They just fighting over there. Period. They just fighting over there. That's it. They just fighting. In Australia, same thing. In the UK, same thing. In Mexico, same thing. They just fighting, bro. Not this drama clown influencer junior varsity bullshit. They just fighting. So the idea that if Ryan is successful with all his jackass shit that he be doing, you know what's gonna happen? Another motherfucker gonna try to be like him. And I don't need that. I don't need that. So kick a rock, Ryan. Ignacio, what the fuck?
Yeah, that shit's crazy, Jules. If they suspend his ass for 2 years, I mean, that's insane. But like you said, maybe they're doing it to make an example of his dumbass.
Yeah, because he kind of made it worse talking all that shit, man. He's talking a lot of shit, bro. If they looking at that, if the people from the New York State Athletic Commission, if they click his Twitter and they see he like, yeah, yo, give me all the steroids. Like, oh, so you think this is a joke, huh? I got you.
Hey, Jules, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is Fury all over again, just in the United States. When he got popped from Andrelon, this is
Yeah.
Fury all over again. They was gonna come down on him over there.
They was like if they would have got him. If he wouldn't have handled it the way that he did, you never know. They might have hit that motherfucker with a 4-year ban because the shit they did to Tete, they hit Tete with a 4-year ban straight away. They hit motherfucking Ryan Martin with a 4-year ban straight away. It was the first time they ever got popped, but they did that shit fast. So you never know. Might have hit Fury with that shit. But I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker. I didn't like that Jordan Plant shit. I'ma stand on that. I didn't like, yeah, if you got beef with Caleb, have beef with Caleb. That lady don't be bothering nobody. You know? That's not right. I don't agree with that.
Bro,
That
that shit
lady
was crazy. He
that
just
shit,
came out of nowhere and he doubled down and tripled down on that shit too. I was like, bro, you're gonna die one of these days.
bro. Y ahora está llorando. Bye, boxing. I love
Oh
you.
yeah, I'm
I will miss
retired.
you. I'm retired. No, your ass is suspended, you bitch. You ain't
Yeah,
And
retired.
the
hey, hey,
reason
hey,
the
see the
reason it's
tournament.
going to be 2 years now, like you said, Jules. Had he just sent the fucking shit in and played nice, it'd be 6 months. You fucking
No,
tried to
and
fucking
bro, sending the shit in might have made it worse because now it looks like you was trying to like fool them, because remember, NutraBio ran their own tests. They ran the lot number. They tested the other. It's like you shouldn't even sent that shit, bro. You shouldn't
Yeah,
even
but
sent like, you know what I
Jules,
mean?
NutraBio did a third-party test. It didn't do the test that SMRTL did for Ryan. They've still
That
yet to get a BARDA-approved drug test.
That's not what
So
I'm
I don't
talking.
buy it.
Neutral. You
I
gotta
don't
stop
buy it, mate.
neutral. You gotta stop playing devil's advocate. I don't know why you're doing that. Like it doesn't
I'm
fool
playing devil's
anybody.
advocate all
One
stinks, mate.
and two. I'm telling you, they ran the lot number of the
Means
container
nothing.
that
It's
he's.
inadmissible.
Oh, but Ryan stuff is admissible
Yes, because it was
based on
BARDA-approved
what?
testing, because it was a
no,
Based
it's
on
not.
BARDA
It's
what?
testing center.
it's
So
not
let me ask.
admissible.
No. One at a time, fellas.
NutriBio
Please.
got that done by Eurofins, which is not VADA
So let me
approved.
so let me ask you a question. If it's not admissible and all this stuff is the way you say is, why do you think
Yep.
they're about to suspend him for 2 years instead
It's
of
all
just 6
hearsay.
months?
It's all hearsay at this minute.
So you
There's no proof of that.
so you gonna die on that hill? Okay, you could die on that hill.
You know why I
You
think
could
they're
die
gonna
on
get
that hill.
Until I'm
Like,
proved
yeah.
wrong. Until I'm proved wrong, Jules.
Neutral.
Good.
Juno, neutral. You know why I think they're going to get him for 2 years, even if he's big, because he played with them. He really did. He tried to play them. He tried to play
Right.
them.
New
They're
York
not
State
gonna.
Athletic Commission fucked up.
They're
They
not gonna
didn't
care.
do-
What did all right,
It
so
doesn't
tell me.
matter what they
You
what they
tell
can
me,
prove in
you
the
tell
court
me
of law.
what did the New York State Athletic Commission fuck up on? That Ryan has
They
them by
didn't
the
do their own
balls.
drug test. They didn't do
Well,
their own drug test.
Okay, so why is
So
Ryan
VADA,
talking about
tests are now
bro? Why
third
is
party.
Ryan talking about buy boxing? I'm retired. Why he saying that? Because he got him by
Because
the
he's going
balls.
along with the shit. He's going along with it.
Nah.
Alright.
He's saying
Alright.
to them.
Alright.
He's saying to them, "Dear,
So
I
why
dare
did
you."
So why did
That's what he's saying.
Why did Ryan send in unsealed supplements when they're supposed to be
No,
sealed?
forget that. The question
Oh,
is.
now forget that. Forget that now. Forget
No,
that.
No,
in
wait.
fact, not forget it. I'll come back to that with you in a
Wait,
sec. I
hold
wanna
on,
get
hold
this
on.
other-
How come Ryan's lawyers are over here talking about, well, let's reduce the sentencing?
Because he's guilty by strict liability, whether you like it or not, whether Ryan likes it or not. So,
Oh,
talk your
he's
shit.
guilty. So
He's
I mean,
guilty
like,
by strict
no, but
liability.
see,
That's
this
a
is my
6
thing.
month
That's what
suspension.
I've been saying. I'm saying that you're gonna get suspended either
Right.
way. You're gonna
He's
get
going to get
suspended
suspended
either way.
But the thing is, good luck proving that he cheated when
You didn't prove you was
NutriBio-
innocent. You didn't prove you. He
when
didn't prove he was
NutriBio
innocent.
haven't proved,
He didn't
haven't
prove
their
he was
innocence yet.
innocent. He didn't
NutriBio
prove he
haven't
was
proved-
innocent. He
No,
didn't
he doesn't
prove he
have
was
to.
innocent.
Neutral.
It's
keep-
down to SMRTL and
Neutral
NutriBio.
bio doesn't have to.
Hold on,
Yes,
one at
they
a
do.
time.
They have to go to a
Tom,
VADA
no,
approved
they
testing
don't.
center.
See,
You're all fucking mad on this.
you either don't
Believe in
understand
Victor
how this
fucking
works.
Conti.
You either don't
Word for
understand.
word.
Nobody brought up Conti. I didn't
You're
bring
all
up
using his
Conti.
rhetoric. You're all using, every single
When-
one of you are using his
Oh,
rhetoric.
hold on. So what about Memo Heredia? Is he also part of the conspiracy? See, you don't even know who that is. You don't even know who
I
that
know.
is.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Memo Heredia, who hates Victor Conti, who doesn't have anything
What's
to
he
do
got
with
to do with
Devin
anything?
Haney. He's saying the same thing. The same thing, the exact same thing. You know why? Because the people who know. They know. And there's
Until
no
NutriBio
reason.
get it
there's-
tested by SMRTL,
Oh,
their
so we
evidence
got
is
to look. Wait a minute.
inadmissible in a court of law.
So you're gonna look at NutriBio crazy and not the guy that had the
They're
aspirin
the
in
ones
his
that
system.
have to prove their innocence right
They
now,
have
Jules.
to prove they're innocent.
Yes, they do. With
Then
the
you're
badge
out of
number.
your mind because
They
they're
have
not
to
the
prove
ones.
they're
They're
innocent
not
out
the
of the
ones.
badge
They're
number,
not the
which they
ones.
haven't done,
They're
Jules.
not
You're not
the ones.
understanding me.
They're not the ones.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
NutriBio haven't proved fuck all.
But Ryan did.
Look,
Ryan sent his to a VADA
Yeah, I'm not
thing, which said he was positive. Let's see when NutriBio sent the batch number to SMRTL, the same drug testing company that tested Ryan's, VADA approved. When that's done, I'll believe he's cheated if he comes back negative.
Neutral.
Okay.
Neutral. My point is this: it doesn't even really matter. You try to play them; they're not going to let that go.
So you're talking about years rather than months.
Yeah, you think they're not going to give him years? It's
the thing is, no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Straight liabilities, not years.
Okay, here's the thing. The reality of it is the sentence is coming down this week. So the time for all the things you're talking about, Neutral, has passed. That's over with.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, really? Oh, no, okay.
So wait a minute. How is it passed? How is it passed when Ryan sent his in?
Did you not hear what he just said, Neutral?
No, he's gonna be stubborn. He's gonna be stubborn. Then by Friday,
you're saying it doesn't matter, but
he's gonna apologize. He's gonna apologize that shit, you were right. Oh shit, you were right.
So wait, NutriBio get away with it by doing their own poxy in-house test. That's what you're saying.
Neutral.
I
I
mean,
just
Neutral.
Go
You
ahead,
didn't
Neutral.
say it
That's what
didn't
you're saying,
matter.
isn't
no,
it?
hold
That's
on,
what
hold
you
on,
believe
hold on,
in.
hold on. What
You're
you're
not believing
saying,
in an
no,
SMRTL test.
what
They're
you're
one of the only
saying
two
is
VADA approved in
basically,
the country,
you're
but you
saying,
believe NutriBio. Okay
bro,
then, Jules.
what
Good
are
one,
you
mate.
saying that you believe everything Ryan says, but nothing anyone
I
else says,
believe in the
basically?
facts.
What's
The
the
facts are
facts?
you have to
What's
go
the
to a VADA
facts?
approved
You
drug
broke the
testing
chain of
company.
custody. What the facts are is you broke
Every
the chain of
single
custody. You
US
broke the chain
Commission
of
uses
custody. That's
VADA
one. You
approved.
found aspirin
You're
in your
wrong, mate.
system. That's two. And you're the one that has to explain yourself, not NutriBio. Nobody is suspending NutriBio.
I didn't know.
Getting
I
suspended.
think you're wrong there. I think you're
I
wrong.
don't. I
Okay.
didn't know. I didn't know the Nevada State Athletic Commission is going to adjudicate on NutriBio this Friday.
Right. That they're waiting.
How
NutriBio
many
is
times have
waiting to be
NutriBio been
sentenced.
sued?
Guys,
How
can
many
I ask a
times have
question?
NutriBio been sued for contamination and yet have
Neutral.
settled out of
Okay.
Neutral. Can
court?
I ask
You
a
How many
tell,
question?
times?
no, wait a minute. You tell us how many
Neut-
3
for contamination, really?
for contamination in the products, and you're telling me that they can't be looked at when they do their
Who
own
sued?
stuff
All right. Who sued them? Who
in
sued them?
in-house tests. There's 3 companies. You can
Who
go and
sued
Google
them?
it. I'm not doing your work for you, right? I've done my
Okay.
work. Go
No.
and Google it.
Okay.
It's out
Okay.
there. It's out there, right?
Neutral.
3
My
companies.
neutral.
I'll tell you what.
Nu-
Hopefully, the New York State Athletic Commission keeps that in mind this weekend.
Well, hopefully they do, because fair's fair at the end of the world, Jules. Because it's got to be fair, right? If you're going to do it for Austrian, the poor man's peds,
Neutral. I have a question for you.
the worst
Like,
ped
what?
you can use that
Why are
doesn't
you so?
cut your weight.
Why
Bro,
are
you
you
got-
so invested in this? Like, it doesn't. My
Because
point is
I
this.
deal with facts, myself. I deal with facts. I don't
telling
go
you.
along with
I'm telling
narrative
you.
like you do.
I'm telling you too, neutral.
Research your
Look,
work
I have
and then
I
you'll.
have a
Bro,
different
you have to
position.
let other people talk, neutral. When I
I
was
have-
on your wait a minute, one at a time. When I was on
That's
your
fair enough.
podcast,
Fair enough. I'm sorry. I'm fair enough.
you gotta let
There you
people talk. You've been talking over me, and I'm the motherfucking host.
I apologize.
Go
Neutral.
ahead, Ephraim.
Thank you. I have a different position from Jules, and he knows this. My point is, it doesn't even matter if he fucking cheated. He tried to play them. He tried to play them. He's not going to escape. We know this.
How do you know
Neutral.
he's trying to play them? You're based on what?
Because he fucking flaunted it on Twitter. He kept saying,
Fuck, that's evidence, right?
It's not good optics. It's not about the evidence, bro. It's not about the evidence. It's about
I
optics.
mean, what I love about this is we're 2 days out. They're gonna rule. And I know
Right.
that right now Ryan Garcia is talking about I'm gonna go do this and I'm gonna go do that. And I'm retiring. And it's corrupt. All right, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
say
even
if I
get
was
to
him.
that. Why is he saying he's gonna retire, neutral? If
Because
he's
if they're
okay.
going to unjustly give him a 4-year or 2-year ban, I would fucking retire too.
But
on
that's
my
my
money, folk.
point.
Look,
That's
No,
my
wait a minute,
point.
wait a
don't
minute.
des-
You're
at the
not
end
in the
of the day, you don't
position. You're
deserve
not
Ryan
in the
Garcia.
position. You're not in the position to decide whether it's just or unjust. You just go by whatever Ryan
No,
says, and
I'm
that's
saying
good
if
enough
he
for
felt
you.
it was unjust, I would do the same.
But that's my point, neutral.
Because I haven't heard that before, right? How many of these fucking guys that pop actually
100
cop for
million
the
of them.
rap? None of them. None of them.
And
None of them.
that was my point, neutral. I told you, what does it matter? He's going to get sentenced. They're going to get him.
I know that. I accept
Can
that.
I say something real quick?
And that's my
this-
position.
Go ahead, Virtuoso. The floor is
Yo,
yours.
this
Go ahead.
sounds way too familiar. Remember Tyson Fury? He said he was retiring, and then we find out that, oh, he had an impending suspension from UCAD for Nandrolone.
That same thing I
No,
said.
but I'm supposed to believe Ryan, who skirted around the rules when it came to the weight. I'm supposed to believe Ryan wouldn't skirt around the rules when it come to peds. Okay. We'll see. Well, it don't matter if I believe it, which I don't, by the way. But it doesn't matter if I believe it. It only matters to the New York State Athletic Commission. And based on what's out there, what's been out there for the last, I'm gonna say, 2 days, and how Ryan is reacting now, I don't know. It's not looking good, fam.
Yo,
We've
Jules,
all
real
been
quick.
wrong.
You don't think that he tries to pull the same thing when remember when they were saying they were going to force him to take a mental health exam and then he threatened to sue? You don't think if he threatens to sue, they back down on the 2-year suspension?
Sue, who is the question?
Ryan threatening to sue the New York State Athletic Commission because
If
that's
they
what he's
had-
trying to do with the whole mental health thing.
Now, here's what I'll tell you. And this whole time, he's blamed Victor Conti and Vada. Which one of them did he file suit against? None of them. There's supposed to be some rumor that the New York State Athletic Commission botched it. Okay, did he file suit against them? No. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. There's this rumor that people are holding on to that. No, the New York State, they fucked up. Okay, has he filed suit against them? No, right? Right, then what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean,
What the fuck?
I
But
mean,
go
they teased that they're gonna do a mental evaluation, but they never did. So how can they sue him?
hey man, my whole thing is I'm going to wait and see, but I know it doesn't look good because I've never seen someone stupid enough who is in the process of being investigated for this take to his social media and start saying, "Yeah, give me all the peds." If nothing else, the people that are going to rule on your case are going to look at that and say, "Hey, this guy doesn't take this seriously. He doesn't. How could he? Who has ever behaved this way when found in this situation?"
He's trying to act like a politician with power, but he doesn't have any, which is weird. It's like you're not gonna win.
And the New York State Athletic Commission, once again, I'm not making bold proclamations. I just know that the New York State Athletic Commission, the California State Athletic Commission, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission are the major commissions for boxing in this country because that's where most of the boxing matches happen, in those commissions. And also, to a lesser extent, the Texas Commission. Fights happen there too. But the point is that it has a trickle-down effect. They suspend you for 2 years, you don't box anywhere in this country. Anywhere. And you can't go somewhere else and box. They'll honor it because that's one of the major
Because they
commissions.
all of them are ABC. You know, they're ABC group.
Yeah,
They're all
let
part of
our
that.
powers combine, right?
Yep.
Hey,
So
so Jules, what happened with Chavez Jr.? Because I know Eddie Hearn or some shit like that took him to Cali or to
yeah,
Texas. What's up with that
I
one?
think it was a recreational drug that he tested
Oh, okay,
positive
yeah.
for, wasn't it? Wasn't it like cocaine or something like that?
Yeah, it was cocaine.
Yeah, well,
As
I
he
thought it
opposed
was
just,
to
weed.
bro, he just wants to party, bro. Come on,
Le
Chavez,
gustaba
shit.
la lavada.
Tuku, tuku, tu, tuku, tuku, tu, tu, tuku, tuku, tu, tu. That's my shit, bro.
Who was out there with the cumbias, dog?
It was for real with the skunkas, bro. Like shit.
With
But all
Mount
I know is
Everest.
my whole thing is I think that a lot of people have tried to build this up into something that is more complex and more convoluted than it is, because the only people that have been saying these things are people that have been arguing in Ryan's defense. I'm just telling you what's out there, that yeah, it doesn't look good. You broke the chain of custody. That's reality. It's not your word against NutraBio's. You're the one who has to explain why Osterin was in your system. NutraBio doesn't have to explain why there was Osterin in your system. They don't.
So what you're
Jules,
saying is, Jules, is you're giving it to us straight because that's the only way you know how to give it to us, straight and
He,
long.
he hasn't
Clavo said
proven his
yes.
innocence yet, man. So he's guilty.
Clavo said yes, a debate. Dale en suma. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Luis Puente. You guys don't see that Ryan is the new Takashi 69? He stole his whole bit and ran with it. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to be public enemy number one as a means to sell a fight, well then yeah, that makes sense. But you're not selling anything, bro. You may not be able to sell anything as far as boxing for a while, you know? Yeah. So I mean, my whole thing is I don't like people playing devil's advocate for the sake of it, because unless you have this defensive stance for every fighter that pops out, you're the biased one. When somebody pops out, Erica Cruz just popped hot. What did I say? She's guilty. Period.
Yeah.
You're guilty. Period. Who's the other one that
Baumgartner.
just popped? Who's the other
Baumgartner.
one? For all I know, she is guilty. All I said was she's
Oh,
sexy,
for
so
all
I
you
don't
know.
care.
For all you know, no,
Yeah,
she popped.
Oh no!
She
Let me
popped.
go. No, let me go a step further. Drew, you were here for this. She's on Peds. I don't give a shit. She's hot.
There you go.
Now are you
Let's
telling
keep
me
it
that?
100.
No, wait a minute. Are you telling me that that's why you're defending Ryan?
No, I'm telling you, because there's no standard bearer in boxing as far as punishment's
Well,
concerned.
you
It's
brought her up.
convoluted. It's
All
4
I'm
years.
saying,
For,
all I'm saying
no,
is,
I brought up an
do you
example.
normally defend every single fighter? Do you have this energy for Erica Cruz?
No.
Do you have this energy for
No.
Zolani Tete?
Do you know what, Jules? If it was anything
Connor
but
Ben.
fucking Osterine,
Hello,
I'd agree with you. Osterine. Do you actually know what that shit does?
I know they found it in
Fuck
Ryan.
all.
That's
Fuck
what I need to
all.
know. That's what I need to know.
When you're talking about Angelo and another, was Jarrell Miller getting four busted ped
Amir
tests
Khan
and get
tested
6
positive for
months
Osterin. Amir
and
Khan tested positive for
2
Osterin.
years. 2 years. And they didn't know
But
fuck all about Osterine.
what is your point about the Osterin? You act like it's an isolated incident that
I'm
a fighter
talking about
tested
you're
positive for
judging-
Osterin.
you're judging him on the
Povetkin!
worst.
Povetkin tested positive for
about it?
Osterin. What is your point?
It cannot always be down to cheating. There's been contaminated
So
cases of it.
who
How
decides
many
who was
cases of
cheating?
Osterine
Who decides?
have come up
Who
in boxing?
decides? Who
Jules?
decides
How many
who was
cases
cheating
of
and
Osterine
who
have
wasn't
come up in
cheating?
boxing?
A lot.
And
A lot.
And why is it? And why is it there's an allowance in the New York State Athletic Commission for Osterine at 0.1? Why?
Let me ask you a
Because
question.
it's ambiguous.
Let me ask you a
so
question.
many
Let me
things.
ask you a question. What are you expecting the New York State Athletic Commission to do before this week is out? What kind of
They're going to
sentence are
give
you
him a year.
expecting?
They're going to give him a 2-year ban, and he'll be suspended for a year.
Oh, because of how innocent he is, or because of how much he
No,
proved
because
that he
they
was
fucked
innocent?
up. They broke procedure. They didn't do a test.
How do
They're
you
relying on bad
how do you
third
know
parties. It's news.
that they
It's
broke
news,
procedure?
mate. It's news.
Show me the news site. Tell me
Ask-
where to go
ask
where I can
Matt
read that.
MVO. Ask Matt MVO.
Wait,
He's the
does
one
he
that
So
mean
broke
in
it.
other words, hearsay. Hearsay in
man.
other words.
That's the
Jules.
same
just
Matt
said
MVO that
hearsay.
said
That's
that.
all right. So
Hearsay.
I've got to listen
Hearsay.
to Jules rather than Matt MVO. Is that what you're
MVO, let me
saying,
tell
mate?
you something about MVO. That dude just be saying shit, just to get views,
All right.
right?
Okay, then. That's
Like,
fine.
Wait,
yo,
That's
Jules,
hold on.
So
He's saying,
wait a minute.
wait.
That's
Everybody
Let me,
calm
let me,
down.
let me, let me,
Everybody calm
Here's-
Wait a
let me,
minute.
let me just say
Everybody
this.
calm down. No, shut up. Everything I said is not hearsay. I literally said the facts as they are. Literally. You just came at me with hearsay. MVO, what? What does he have to do with this?
He's the one that brought the news.
Yo,
What
I'm
news?
through
Is there
a
is
good
there
source.
is there
The
a
New York State
credible
Athletic- you're
is
not
there a
listening.
credible
The New
news
York
source
State
saying that the New York
Commission
State
didn't
Athletic
do
Commission
drug
did not
tests
test him?
on Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. So
Who
therefore,
Exactly.
they broke
where
procedure.
is that written? Where is that written?
Oh my man, you're way
Wait,
behind the
neutral,
times.
listen, let
do
me
you
just say
Way
believe?
this.
behind.
That
You're
dude
weeks
is lying
behind,
about the
Jules.
testing protocol. He's saying that
Absolutely weeks
that the
behind.
lady that stepped down from the New York State
There we
Athletic
go.
Commission
Yeah,
stepped down
Fucked
yeah,
up.
because they didn't administer the test on Ryan Garcia properly, whatever
yeah.
Fucked
the
up.
That's what
fuck.
he means.
No,
That's what he
not
means.
noticing that in the boxing scene article, she stepped down because she needed to tend to her father, needed to be more with the family, and all that
No.
bullshit.
That's
Whatever.
the excuse. Fuck that shit.
So show me who
Okay,
show
but you're
wait a
saying
minute. No,
that
wait a minute. Wait a
what he
minute.
was implying. Hold on. What he was implying is that the New York State Athletic Commission doesn't look at third party testing results,
No.
which they do.
No, they
Yeah.
don't. Look at their own fucking rules, mate. Stop patronizing me about rules and W.
What does this
sanctions
Bro,
matter,
you're
bodies,
saying that they
neutral?
don't they
right?
don't
New
approve
York
body
State.
test
I know
results?
every rule of every
Guys,
state
what the
athletic
fuck
commission
does
in
it
the
matter?
US.
What
Mate,
does
Because
it
Victor
matter?
Conte, I
talking
know,
out
blah
your
blah blah,
ass.
man.
Oh
What does
Talking
it
God.
out
matter?
of your ass, mate.
So let me so you're expecting them to suspend Ryan for 2 years because they don't use third
Watch
party
the deal
testing.
being done. Jules, watch the deal being done because they fucked up. That's all I'm going to say. 2 days time. They'll give
So
them a big suspension.
in other words, somebody you talked to on Twitter told you a conspiracy theory
No,
and
because
you believe it.
I'm
That's all
doing
it
it
is.
through
That's all it is.
jurisprudence.
You cannot point me in the direction of where an article is written that the New York State Athletic Commission violated protocol. You can't do that. You heard that from someone you talked to on
I'll tell you
Twitter.
what, I will
That's
go
the
and
source.
find it and
That
I'll dig
is
it
the
out.
source. Go ahead, find it. Find it. I
will
defy
dig
you to
it out.
find it. I defy you to find it because I know
I'll
it's
tell you
not
what,
written anywhere.
Give me an hour, I'll find it.
Go ahead. You've got an hour.
Right.
Go ahead.
Boy.
You do
Neutral's
that.
on the case, man. Come on, man.
Right. And I want an see when I do, you laughing bastard, I want an apology. Right?
Okay.
Bro, he's gonna get
Yeah,
it, bro. He's
laugh
gonna serve
now,
the suspension, bro.
laugh now,
That's
cry
it.
later,
Shut
motherfucker.
Nobody's
up.
saving his
That's what
career,
it's gonna
man.
be.
I heard
Neutral.
Neutral said Fury ate boar balls. You know what? Maybe
So,
he did,
so
dog.
Fury baubles.
And fuck Ness.
Oh shit! Shout out to Sophia. Can someone please moderate this debate, Drew?
No,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
Drew.
No,
Near
yeah,
as I can tell, when I said something earlier, you dismissed it as hearsay, but your entire premise for this conspiracy against Ryan Garcia is tantamount to hearsay from somebody you spoke to on Twitter.
Damn.
You got it from MVO, who is
Right,
not an
sorry,
involved
I'm
party,
just
who
doing
is
my
not.
investigation.
I'm not knocking them, but you're not an involved party.
All right.
You're not a journalist. You're not an
No one
expert
is.
in the
No one
field.
is,
You're
but
not
we've
an
all got an
expert in the
opinion,
field
Jules.
of any kind, right?
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to dismiss whatever Victor says. Okay, I'll dismiss everything that Victor said. And you want to know how I
So
can
why are
do
you
that?
labeling them if you've not had all the evidence?
Can I talk? Or do you want to host the show? Let me know.
I'll tell you what. On you go.
Now, I could dismiss everything that Victor said because Victor's supposedly complicit with the conspiracy. Coincidentally, Victor's arch nemesis, Memo Heredia, yeah, he's been saying the exact same thing Victor said, and he has nothing to do with Snack, nothing to do with Vada, nothing to do with Devin Haney, and he's been saying the same thing. Gee,
Same what?
I wonder why.
Yeah, you wonder why, but there's no evidence. He's actually not
There's no evidence of
nothing.
Osterin? There's no evidence of Osterin.
Where?
There was no evidence of Osterin in Ryan's system. There was no evidence.
What are we talking about here?
I mean, Neutral, as far as that's what I feel, Neutral, you're dying on a hill that doesn't matter. He's going to
I'm
get
dying on the hill, but I
fucking
can't understand what the question is. Sorry,
He's
mate.
going to
If I
get
knew it, I understood.
sentenced. It doesn't really matter.
The point.
You missed the point that
The
when I
point
already
is
said
simple.
he's strict liability,
The point is simple. The point is simple. If you proved that you were innocent, you would have been cleared like Dillian White. Dillian White was cleared because when he said,
how long did
when
it
he
take
popped
Dillian White
hot,
to clear
when
his
he
supplements?
popped hot, the story broke that he proved it came from the supplements he was taking,
8
and he's
months
going to
later.
sue, and he's going to sue the manufacturer. Well, it takes a while, which is what makes Ryan's case even more bizarre. It took Dillian months to clear his name, but it only took you a few. But it only took you a few weeks. That now neutral thinks you're innocent for no reason other than you say so. And MVO told him something. MVO told him that the lady used the urinal in the men's bathroom, and everything got fucked up after that.
You're wrong for that. You put words in my mouth.
The lady with the short haircut, she was using the men's bathroom, and everything got fucked up after that.
All I've said is neutral.
Well, you ain't saying he's guilty. You ain't saying he's guilty.
I just fucking said he's going to get 2 years with and suspended. What are you talking
because
about?
you think he's being set up.
No. What?
You think?
Oh,
you're setting him up. Yo, who's setting him? Who's setting him up? Victor?
Who said anybody set him up?
Devin? Who's setting him up?
All I said is neutral.
Michael, did you set him up?
Send their batch.
Michael,
SMRTL.
I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this, bro.
Did you set him up, Michael?
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Come on, Michael, out with it.
I thought this was a free speech thing. You get shouted down.
Everybody, yeah, it's free. I'm not charging anybody anything. Of course, it's free. I'm not charging anybody anything.
Free from ridicule.
Hey, you just ridiculed what I said is hearsay. To give me hearsay.
It's all hearsay at the end of the day until we get the results from the proper authorities. They haven't done that yet, and this is why it's going to take months.
Months? You got 2 days. You got 2 days, brother.
No, they haven't got 2 days.
2 days, brother.
Ruling.
That's the story. That's the story.
Make a ruling, but when does it come into effect? So, they're going to make a ruling. They're going to make a ruling, suspend him, cost him millions of dollars. And then later on, if he proves himself innocent, guess who's getting sued first?
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Neutral. So
is it off the table? Is it off the table then?
Neutral. So your argument is that to get this straight.
I'm telling you, it's not all cut and dry.
This guy needs to get kicked out of boxing already. It's over for him.
I quite agree. Ryan Garcia should quit boxing altogether now.
What's the point of this conversation? I'm so lost. Wait, because actually somebody tell me what's the point of this conversation?
I gotta take a piss. I gotta take a piss.
4 years or not, Mike. At the end of the
day.
No,
wait a minute. No, wait a minute. If it was up to me, he'd get 10 years. If it was up to me, if we're gonna do that fucking shit.
Would you give everybody 10 years?
That's a little bit harsh, Julius.
Would you give everybody 10 years?
If that's the case, Canelo should get 10 years.
Exactly. Fury.
No, Fury
How
should
many
get
others?
Hey,
25 years.
Yeah, but
Canelo was
neither trying to
exonerated.
commit
What the hell? Who
Fury
frauds.
said
should get
That's the
Canelo?
25
difference
years, bro. I'm
between
fucking
Ryan
tired of it.
Garcia and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez didn't try to defraud the people. This kid did, and
Canelo
he
proved
should
he
be
was
banned from the
innocent. I don't know
sport.
why. I don't know who said Canelo should get 10. He proved his innocence.
Yeah, that
Ring
this is
said
fraud,
that.
you guys. This is different.
No, I think it
It's
was
one
Michael
thing.
and just being Michael.
It's one thing to have a minuscule amount of
No,
any illegal
Ring said if it was
substance,
up to
but
me,
it's
I'd give
another
him
thing to
10
commit
years.
fraud.
No, that he meant
You've got
Ryan
no,
though.
you've got no proof of that. That again, that's hearsay.
I mean, I just don't understand the whole point of it because you, by your own admission, you said he's going to get at least 2. So, I mean,
What I'm saying, in short, once again, he's guilty by strict liability. Is in his system. Now, this is the punishment starts from 6 months. Agreed so far?
right? Yeah.
Right. Now, he has accused NutriBio and another companies, not just them, right?
Well, he
Of
stated right because he's not suing
contamination,
them.
right? Now, this company has said, yeah, we've had our stuff tested by this Eurofins, no offspring. Yeah, fair enough, pal. But they're not WADA approved. There's only 2 testing companies in the United States who serve every single boxing commission, state commission in the United States. They only
Right.
use VADA and WADA. They don't use Eurofins. That means fuck all to them. Until NutriBio and the other companies send their products, the same batch numbers that match the same as what Ryan sent in to SMRTL, again, one of the approved companies, then we get a ruling. Until NutriBio and the other company do that, it's all very well saying he's guilty, he's a cheat, he's defrauded, all the rest of it. Doesn't matter. He's
But
going to get banned anyway.
My point is this, Neutral. Let's assume, you're right. Let's assume that you're right. It's like, how is he still? That's not going to help him. He's still going to get those 2 years.
No, because he can cite other cases where they only give 6 months.
Yeah, I mean,
so just to clarify,
for me,
Neutral.
they're gonna
even
give
after
him
the
2
ruling,
years.
right? Even after the ruling, Neutral, Ryan Garcia
Yeah.
still has an opportunity to lower his sentencing.
Not really, because what he's going to do, he's going to appeal it, and that'll either double it, or he'll get away with a lighter sentence. So
Right.
at this moment, it's very dodgy. We can't see one way or the other. All I know is all we know as a group and a community is he's guilty of strict liability at this point. The sentencing starts from there because no one can prove that he did, and no one can prove that he didn't in 2 days' time when the ruling comes. That's all I've been saying.
All right, hold up. Let me read the super chat real quick. Will says, Mo of MOV is a liar. He straight up lied to me, claiming Lennox Lewis didn't have a hand in the creation of the WBA regular title when the story is posted on the WBA's website. Go ahead, back to the discussion.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think it's referring to MVO. Cap artist.
Probably.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, Neutral. I was trying to stay out of it, but you using a guy on Twitter for your argument is crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you lost me there, bro. Especially
He's
that
not
guy.
that much of a reliable source,
Of
to be honest
all
with
people,
you.
that guy, bro, the biggest Deontay Wilder dick
Yeah.
rider you'll ever see in the world.
I didn't want to say anything. You just said it for me, Michael.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers be online on Twitter for hours, dick riding Deontay Wilder. This is the type of guy you want to use as a source? Come on, yo.
My point is,
That's
and
crazy,
I've been
bro.
saying it, Michael. It's like it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Like he tried to play them. He's making fun of people he shouldn't be making fun of. He's giving a bad look to boxing overall. They're gonna shut his ass up one way or another.
Yeah, because it sends the problem is the publicity that the story got and how brazen he was afterwards. That He treated it like
Exactly.
he treated it like it was a joke, and that's just very bad optics. That the best thing for you to do is get away from social media, get away from the public eye. You're only making it worse, and you're making it worse for yourself. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the smartest thing he could have done is he could have been like, "I've never taken anything," and that's it. Should have shut
Yeah,
the fuck
you
up.
know
I mean,
you know what's in the handbook. I don't know how it got there. I don't know, and I don't know,
yeah,
bro.
and
Y
that's
ahí
all
no
you
te
got to
sacan.
say.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't got to. Erica didn't say more than that. She said, "I don't know, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this."
But
And the
every
other
boxer
dude,
does
Alicia,
that.
Alicia gave us, thirst trap pictures and inspirational quotes. He just kept talking shit.
yeah,
Exactly.
like he should have put some.
Facts.
I was about
And
to
the
Hey,
say he should have
you're
put
so
some.
gay. You almost cut yourself. I
Yo,
know.
no, yeah,
I
you
know
know
you
what I'm
were about to
saying?
say.
No, because some people, I mean, I wasn't gonna like the shit, but maybe that would have helped, Shit, help the situation. Shout out to Accordionista. Mudroom should get rid of Haney. Haney couldn't draw money if you handed him a box of green crayons. Yeah. Just fucked up, but yeah.
I gotta check out the relay, Jules. But do you feel like why is Haney being disingenuous about like Matchroom, bro? That shit's fucking bro. They don't owe you
Because
nothing.
because the fighters think in their mind that they're worth all the money that they can get, and they're not. That's the reality. You were just out there. If the people felt that your fight is a moneymaker and you're a moneymaker, then they would have paid to play. As it stands, the only promoter that put up any money for your fight was Sandor's promoter. And that was really for Sandor, not
Yeah,
you.
and that's
Yeah.
all the thing. Like Devin, like you could have signed to Eddie multiple times, but you chose not to. You want to be a free agent. That means he doesn't have to. You're not his
Yeah.
Loyalty works
fighter.
both
You're not.
ways.
You're not his
Loyalty works
fighter.
both
You
ways.
never signed to him.
And
For
I
the
See,
know,
look,
undisputed
I
no,
know,
no,
match.
Mike.
no, no, shut the fuck up. Here's an example. Look at what Matchroom bid for the Boots fight. They overpaid for that fight, dog. That fight is
Yeah,
not a $4 or $5 million fight. But why did they do it? Boots is under contract. That's our fighter. We got to take care of him. You are not our fighter. You're a free agent. We fuck with you, but you're not our fighter. We're not going to break our budget for you. We don't have a commitment to you,
Exactly.
and you
nope.
don't have a commitment to us.
Exactly.
Can
Sorry.
I
That
say
And
something
undisputed
and,
else,
and,
match.
Dev,
Jules?
and Devin
We
and
we
Devin, like Mike and Jules said, like if he was actually trying to fight, like bro, take the Sandor fight and get the TO fucking unification pay per view after that.
Yeah, the shit is that
right.
the reality of it is, and I said this, Drew, because I said it 2 years ago. You were very smart. You capitalized on Matchroom at a time when they were trying to draw talent to the stable, and based on that, not based on your commercial value, based on them willing to overpay for fights, you negotiated a contract minimum of $3 million, and that was very smart. Congratulations, but that's not your commercial value. You versus Sandor Martin in the American market is not a
Oh my
three, four,
God.
$5 million fight. Hell
It's
no.
barely even a 1.5
Correct.
million
Can I
fight.
can I just
And
add
ain't
also
nobody gonna
that
want to see it.
the only time Turkey wanted to put money in his pockets is to draw a tank.
And then people ask, well, how was he able to get 3 million plus without Matchroom? The dance partner. You fought Loma, remember? You fought Cambosos, remember? Unified champions. That money that they put up wasn't, yeah, man, this is all about Devin. No, you fought George in Australia, remember? You
He
fought
also
Loma.
Exactly.
You fought Loma on Top Rank, remember? And
he
you
also
resigned
talked about
to
Loma.
Top Rank.
But if you want to talk about loyalty as well, you had five back to back fights on Matchroom. Then when it came to your undisputed
Yeah,
match, where did you go? You went to Top Rank for that, right?
he did him dirty.
And
Not
I
not
ain't
Exactly.
the
no, but this my thing. I'm not mad at him. I know why you did that, but once again, loyalty works both ways. You want a promoter that you have no commitment to overpay for your fight that you know is a dud. Because if it wasn't a dud, you would have put your own motherfucking money up to do it. If you felt you was gonna make money off of that fight, you could put up 3 million. Go ahead. You a promoter.
was not
Go
being
ahead.
was not being
But
said
but they
either
say in
too
business
is
that you don't spend your own money.
Go ahead, Devontae.
what's not being said too is Matchroom gave you progress. They could have waited till Matias got there and unified. Like they gave you progress and you left afterwards. You didn't make no commitment after that fight. You took the WBC and
And
went to
then
fight
and then
Ryan.
you went to Golden Boy after.
Correct.
Exactly. So I mean, you want to talk loyalty? They didn't have
Where's
to
the
even give you that
loyalty?
fight.
The perfect example that encompasses the upper hand that you do have when you have a promoter behind you is what Matchroom just paid for the Boots fight in Philadelphia, because that fight, yeah, the value of that fight Hell no, 4 mil. What? Y'all y'all giving Boots three mil to fight David
Cody
Evans.
Crowley.
Cody, no, but that first it was Crowley, and you know that they're doing that because, well, this is a fighter that we are invested in. We are invested in him, so we're gonna pay to play because he's our guy. Well, you're not our guy, Devin. Like, we cool, but you not with us. So what do you expect, bro?
Jules, and this is a guy who can't draw flies to shit. He fought in Vegas multiple times, and nobody went to go see him. So what fucking commercial value does he really bring?
And they know what his commercial value is because of the Prograde fight. That wasn't long ago. That was a couple of months ago here in America. They promoted it. They knew what it did. And people tend to forget that the promotional outfit does not benefit from your lack of marquee value. So if you were actually worth what you were asking for, they would happily give it to you because it's a chance for them to make money. If they don't, that's because they know it's not going to make any money. We're not gonna waste money on you, bro.
Like you knew that fight. They overpaid for that shit. Top Rank did, Jules. When Sandor is getting almost 750 grand for that fucking fight if it happens.
Well, that's if
that's
he wins.
crazy.
That's if he wins. You know.
Yeah, that's if he.
I don't think that fight's going to happen. I think Haney, the fact that he's a free promotional agent, would drop the belt or either try and persuade the WBC to let him fight Barrios.
Well, he's already retiring too, apparently.
Right?
I'm
gonna take 2 years off and I'm gonna chill, make music.
No, but the shit is that this is the problem with the American boxing
scene.
This is the problem with the American. This is a fairly simple situation, and they don't understand that bigger names that had more marquee value than they have now. Yeah, they took a haircut on the money. Oscar took a haircut on some fights because he knew they weren't big. He knew that every fight ain't the same. I can't get the same money for every fight because every fight don't sell the same. So there were fights where he took a haircut. Canelo took a haircut. On the Yildirim fight, he took a haircut on that fight because he knew, bro, this is Yildirim. This is not a big fight.
Exactly, Jules. When he fought, when Oscar fought those 5 times back in the day, he wasn't getting the same money for Felix Trinidad as he was for fucking Miguel Angel Gonzalez. Like, what the fuck?
Of course not. and Oscar was bigger. That was what, 98, I think it was. Was that 95 or 98?
97.
Oscar was bigger then than you are now. He commanded a larger audience then than you do now. But for some reason, you have it in your head that you can never go backwards on the money, no matter the circumstance. You can, okay. See what that gets you. Okay. You know?
It's crazy. People jumped on Steve Kim for pointing that out, bro. That was wild to me.
Because they have this bleeding heart shit. Like, I've been saying it. Yeah, sometimes the promoters is wrong because you hear the horror stories about the old era of boxing. Sometimes the promoters are wrong. But in this era, a lot of the times, the fighters are the ones that are wrong. You're greedy, Teofimo. What the fuck you thought Top Rank was supposed to pay you in the middle of a pandemic for George Cambodia? The fuck is on your mind? The fuck is on your mind?
Wouldn't it be funny if Ryan got 2 years, Devin took 2 years off, and they come back for a rematch?
And when they come back, they won't have no value. That's the funny shit.
Yeah, apparently,
won't have no value.
It'd be a
apparently, dude. Bill said that Haney's not coming back until he gets a 0 removed. It's like people are like, well,
but he's saying that on the premise that the New York State Athletic Commission is about to overturn it. And I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know what they're about to do. I just know that in this. I just know that in this situation, that is what they normally do. They rule it a no contest.
Yeah.
They rule it a no contest and they move on. And if it's ruled a no contest, the loss is removed. That's what they normally do.
Yeah, Jules, but the thing is...
Hold on. What he wanted, though, which was like, yeah, they're not going to do that. You wanted them to DQ him so that you have a win over him. They're not going to do that, bro. Yeah, they're not going to DQ him, bro.
Can I ask a question? Doesn't disqualification ruling happens when the referee sees multiple fouls?
Yeah,
that's when a disqualification takes place. What they wanted the New York State Athletic Commission to do is to retroactively find like fouls, which there aren't any.
Well, really,
only thing happened was a failed drug test.
That's why they wanted him DQ'd. Their argument
Yeah.
was that because you tested positive, see, we agreed to the weight, but we didn't agree to fight a fighter who tested positive for a PED. So their argument
Right.
is that because he tested positive for a PED, that gives them the precedent to have him disqualified. But look, bro,
Yeah.
I don't see
I
that.
just think the likelihood is going to be no
Nah,
contest.
I don't see
there,
that happening.
there's no precedent for any fighter who got popped after a fight being disqualified. None
I've
of them
never
have
seen
ever
that.
done it.
I've never
Yeah,
seen the most I've ever seen is they'll rule it a no contest and the outcome will
Yeah.
be stricken from the record, but they're not gonna give you the win. I never seen that.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I ain't
no.
never seen
Nothing
that.
about that
exactly,
fight tells me that Devin was winning. Fuck out of here.
exactly. The only one,
No, la otra cosa. Why would you want that? What you gonna walk around? You gonna walk around telling people you won that fight?
the
You
only
better
way,
get the fuck out of here, bro. You better
the
get
only
the
one
fuck out
That's
of
committing
here.
fucking
fouls,
crazy,
Jules, was
man.
fucking Devin and his fucking holding the whole night.
Bro, this ain't even that. It's like, look, you got your ass beat, right? I'm not even saying you did get your ass beat. You got your ass beat. But for you to try to turn that into a W, that's weak sauce. Like, yeah, that didn't happen, bro. And no, that didn't happen, bro. Now, you could run it back. You could run it back. You could do it again. I would respect that. And I still respect that, hey, if you want to do a rematch, hey, you never know. If in the 2 years that Ryan is out, y'all build that thing up into something, the controversy will sell it, because look at what happened with Wilder and Fury. The first fight did 325. The second fight did over 800. Why? Because of the controversy, bro. The glove no, that wasn't actually,
No,
that
the
was,
controversy was the long
yeah,
count,
you're right,
Jules.
you're right. Yeah, the long count, that was the controversy that they waited too long to count him out, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're like, bang. And the second fight, they sold more. So, hey, y'all could do
Yo,
y'all thing, but the thing is that
let me say
Ryan,
something
hold
real
on, let
quick.
me say something. Let
Go,
me say
go.
something. Ryan, you already kind of regressing. 2 years from now,
Fam, I just saw Ryan trying to do pull-ups and he already got a fucking beer gut. You know what I'm thinking? Devin gotta give him a quick turnaround for like Sugar Ray Leonard did to Durant.
it ain't even that. Devin has to look at that fight and evaluate what he did wrong. And this is not a new annotation because we've said it here on the channel many times. Devin is not the same in the pocket as he is on the outside. You got to stop trying to be that guy. You are not that guy.
Okay.
You a
So
jab
with that
guy,
being said,
outside guy.
Do you
so
want
with that
Jules,
being
but
Devin
said,
to have
wait,
moving
hold on, hold
forward,
on. Do you
Bro,
think
it's three.
that Devin Haney should get a new trainer? With that being said,
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
Yes,
there
you
you go.
thank God I'm not
Yeah.
the only one.
absolutely. He
You can't do it
see
all.
but the other thing about the argument is this, in a general sense. There are some things you can't fix. You not never gonna be a power guy. Ever. Ever. So you being on the inside where you're within the line of fire is always going to be perilous because you don't have the authority. You don't land with authority to shake the guy off. You don't, bro. Least, and when you go to welterweight, it's only going to get worse. You could get a new corner, get a new trainer. My advice, I don't know, maybe you need to take some peds because I'm saying you
Jules,
can't crack, bro.
that idea of a new trainer, I don't know if that ever happens. Bill's cheap as fuck. He don't want to pay nobody. That's all it is.
Yeah, but can a new trainer? Yeah, but the thing is, a new trainer could tighten up the holes because there's a hole. We saw what it was. You're open for the left hook if you're coming forward. Right hand's too low when you're coming forward when you're shooting the jab.
Too
Well, yeah, you
reactive on feints.
you can get a guy to try to patch up those things, but there are other things that I'm telling you right now. I think Brian Norman would knock him out. If
Oh,
Brian
hell
Nor-
yeah.
Hell yeah.
If Brian Norman presses him the way he pressed guys, you see, not just the Santi Liang fight. That's what he do. When he get in the pocket, he let him go, and he's a big welterweight. Now, yeah, people not talking about him. Yeah, all that marquee value bullshit, whatever. I'm telling you, that dude is too big. He's too strong for Devin, and he's not the only one. So, what do you do about that?
I mean, where's the new
He's
trainer
going
gonna be
after
at? Is it gonna
Barrios,
be at
man. He's not. He's not.
147? Is it gonna be at 147 or 140? Because at 147, I don't think he beat Stanley Onis. He don't beat Boots. I mean, he beat up on little guys. He got advantage on. So what is the new trainer gonna help him with?
Exactly. That's what it's
Exactly.
going
What's
to
the
be.
weakest link, guys?
I
It's
don't.
not
Guys, what's
that.
the
I
weakest
think
link in
I
147
think
though?
young Devin
I,
is actually institutionalized to his father.
yeah, I was
Maybe
about to say I don't think it would work because I think Bill would interfere with a new trainer. that
It's
he
not
wouldn't
even
let him.
that. It's not, but it's not even that. It's more like Amir Khan could cycle through trainers all he wants. You still got a glass jaw.
Yeah.
They can't fix that.
Yeah,
They can't fix
What the
that.
Wait,
hell is
And
that?
whose vibrator's going off?
that's not me.
There's certain things that are see. Anthony Joshua is cycling through trainers. Well, he has a lot of different tools and a lot of different things. Maybe that works for him, because he landed on a good one. He landed on Ben, and they're doing good things, and that's awesome, right? But that's not the same situation for everybody. It's not. Like I would say, Teofimo, you need a new trainer because you need to be more creative when you're coming forward. You need to diversify your offense when you're coming forward. And that might actually help him. But Devin, if I tell you, well, you need to be more creative coming forward, bro, you still can't crack an egg. Trainer ain't gonna fix that. The fuck the trainer gonna do? You can't crack an egg, bro.
Get him
Jules,
knocked out faster.
moving forward with him, the only way they're gonna make him any kind of star is they're gonna have to be super careful with the fucking matchmaking. Outside of that, that guy gets killed
Yeah, but
by
if they're
anybody
that
who has
careful,
pop.
he can't be a star if they're that careful. It's the big fights that are gonna make you. And the other thing is he has too many enemies. Some of it is Bill's fault, some of it, but some of it isn't. Some of it is just the luck of the draw that the Javante Davis fans are never gonna root for you. The Teofimo fans are never gonna root for you. The Stevenson fans, what fans he has, they're not gonna root for you. You have a lot of enemies, and that's just once again. That's the game. There's nothing you can do about that. That's the game. So in that situation, what would help a fighter is great performances to win people over. You're not going to have those. You're a pure boxer. You are literally the most unfan-friendly fighter. You have the most unfan-friendly style. It's never going to work. There are guys that maybe the way that they fight, they can win you over. You say, you know what? That fucking guy's not bad. Remember, I didn't used to like Canelo. 2016, 2017, I didn't used to like Canelo. But between the second Golovkin fight and the Jacobs fight, especially the Jacobs fight, yeah, he won me over. I said, this motherfucker is nice, dog.
Jules,
Right?
the only time I've ever seen a guy commit a complete career transformation where he went from not a lot of people thought much of him. They appreciated his skill and they saw he could box and he was a decent fighter, but no fans were really fucking with him. Till all of a sudden he became a fan favorite and people wanted to see him fight before he ended up retiring was Juan Manuel Marquez. He's the only guy I've ever seen do that in his entire career where when he started, nobody gave a fuck about him. Like they realized he was a good fighter, but no fans were checking for him and nobody was trying to watch him fight. And then he all of a sudden went from being a boring, somewhat cutie pie boxer to all of a sudden he started sitting in the pocket, he started landing shots, and he started knocking people out. And then people started checking for him. So
but
unless Devin does something
guys
like
in this
that,
era, these guys in this era don't have it like they don't have it in them to do that. The reality is this previous era that we're coming out of was the era of the Mayweather clones. You really are trying to fight like a 36-year-old man. That ain't never gonna work. It ain't gonna work, dog. We here to see people get beat up, and you not doing that. You're not gonna do that. I don't say that out of hate. I don't hate Devin. I'm just saying the circumstances are what the circumstances are, and you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Cause I don't know what you gonna do at 147, bro. I don't know, bro.
and the same can be said about Shakur and Tank in their futures as well, because what are those guys going to do?
I mean, Tank has a cult, I would say. Look, man, I don't think this pay-per-view did shit. Personally, like
Exactly.
I don't think that shit did nothing. But the shit is motherfuckers is gonna lie and exaggerate. It's like, all right, bro, you could say that shit. I know motherfuckers didn't buy that shit. I know they didn't. You can lie all fucking day. I bought the shit and you
I
didn't.
did.
I got my receipt.
That shit, he's probably good for like 100K.
Right? And
Yeah.
that's
Oh, I
enough
would say
to
quarter of a mil max, but yeah.
that's enough to keep him with new acrylics every week, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the cost of that. I think
That's
the
enough for
cost
him
of
to get
that
a mani
Garcia-
pedi every week, Jules.
Word. And la piedra de pong to get this shit off his feet, bro.
I was just going to say that Haney defeat to Garcia has hurt Haney more than I think people realise.
You
He's
think
been
so?
super exposed. He's been. It's now people are now doubting whether he can make a knockout at 140. Never mind 147. His market value is going to go down with the Sandor Martin fight. If he drops that, his market value will go down even more. The damage control now
I
for Team Haney is they must maximize it and
I think people will be
minimize it.
happy
Sorry,
for with a Barrios fight. I think you can make people happy with that. Me
no,
personally, I want that
that's
fight.
a
Yeah, but
I want that.
the parasite approach, because that's the new name that I have for it, the parasite approach. Why is it parasitic? Because you'll go in there with a Barrios and you'll beat him, right? Let's just say you beat him. And if it does decent numbers, you're going to act like that was because of you or just because of you. No, it wasn't. We see when it's on you, we see what it looks like. Looks like Sandor Martin. A little over 1 million, 2 mil. You know what I mean? But you go in there with a Barrios, and there are people that are going to buy that fight out of no other reason than support of a Mexican fighter. And if it does decent numbers, what are you going to do? You're going to act like that was you? That's the Mayweather shit. That is the Mayweather shit. When you fought Cotto, it did well because of you and Cotto. The Puerto Ricans bought that. I know, all right? When you fought Marquez, the Mexicans bought that too. It wasn't just people that like you. Mexicans bought that fight, bro. You fight Manny, you do astronomical numbers. What? All 4 million were Mayweather fans. All 4 million of them. And when you fought McGregor, all 4 million, what? They were all Mayweather fans. That's the parasite approach. That it looks like, yeah, man, I'm worth this. No, you by yourself are worth that.
Yeah,
Mayweather,
but like
you by yourself on the heels of the biggest one of your career. What did you sell with Berto? Nothing near. You didn't even do a mil with
He didn't
How
Berto.
sell
many
shit
did he
with
sell with
Guerrero
Baldomir?
but
either.
wait, what does that have to do
How
with
many
Haney
did he sell with
Barrios?
Baldomir?
Say it again, Michael.
What does that have to do with Haney Barrios though?
Oh, that you can go up there and you can fight Barrios and it'll do commercially okay. But does that really raise your marquee value? Does it?
No,
Yeah,
no.
but that's irrelevant right now. We need to see how he bounces back
No,
from this.
because
That's the
that's
main
no,
point of
because
it.
that's where we were on that. For example, he had a very strong showing with Regis Prograis, right? That we can wholeheartedly say he dominated the fight. He won the fight wide. Regis was never in that fight. You can go up there and you can do that to Barrios. It won't move. It won't move. You need a strong showing so that you have fans that are there for you. Then your marquee
Yeah,
value grows.
And then let me
Michael, I
ask this
got it.
to Michael. Even if he does beat Barrios, Michael, who do you match him up with at welterweight that he could beat after that fight?
Yeah.
I give him the best
Boots.
odds out of everybody. Yo, don't say Boots. Shut up. The best odds out of everybody would be a Stanionis.
I don't
Out
think
of,
he beats
out of
No.
everybody, out
Stanionis
of
would
everybody,
kill him.
I didn't tell you could beat him, but I'm telling you, his best odds would be a Stanionis for a second
those
weekend fight.
those fighters that are there, right? Like, and I'm not shitting on Devin. I'm just saying that stylistically, those are not good styles for him. Remember, Santillán is a bully. He likes to fight on the inside and rough you up. It didn't work with Brian Norman because Brian's bigger and stronger, but that's not the point. He's a mid-range guy. Rocha is a mid-range guy. Brian Norman, he's a big mid-range to inside fighter. Boots, forget it, bro. He'll knock you into
Outer
another
space.
galaxy, bro. Like,
Asgard.
Man,
get
I
it,
just have
bro.
to say, man, the best bet for Devin is to fight like a Floyd in his 30s, man.
Good
That's
Yeah,
not
luck.
gonna
but good
happen though.
luck cherry
That's
picking
right.
That's
opponents.
Well, here's
yeah,
the
that's not
thing,
gonna
But
like
help him.
26
We.
years of age and he's resorting to that.
So are we completely just throwing him away without seeing him go to
We're
No,
not
welterweight?
he's
throwing
just
him
between a
away.
rock and a hard place, Michael.
No, it
He
is. It
doesn't
is.
have the opponents that he wants to make the kind of money that he wants. That's the
Look,
problem.
I had
See,
this same
that's a duck.
stance. I had this same stance years ago in 20 I want to say circa 2015, 2016, 2015 when Danny Garcia was moving up from 140 to 147, and it's the same thing. I said it then. Everybody up here beats you. Everybody. All of them, you know. You're not going to beat nobody up there, dog. You know. You
Yeah,
didn't really beat. You
all
didn't
his wins
really
were
beat Mauricio Herrera. All his wins were over what? Brandon Rios,
Yeah, I was about to say Brandon
fucking
Rios, fucking Adrian Granados, people like
R-
that.
Ivan Redcatch. You know what I mean? Like Samuel Vargas, I think he fought Samuel. It's like, yeah, dog, and it's that's where Devin kind of is right now. That it's not hate. It's that if y'all was fighting tomorrow or y'all was fighting next, y'all can't pick you to win that fight. Hell no, no, bro. Fuck that shit. Shout out to Divine Valley. Devin's situation is the side of free agency boxing does not tell you about. It's not preferable, especially if you're not a draw. Yeah, that being a free agent only works if you're a hot commodity, which you're not. You're a name. Like, I'm not going to pretend Devin has no name value, but honestly, you're not in a place where people are throwing money at you. No, you're not. We just saw if they felt your fight was a moneymaker, they would have been climbing over each other to pick it up, but they weren't because it's not a moneymaker. You need a
DHP
dance
promotion,
partner.
man. DHP promotions, man.
Shout out to DHP.
DHP Promotions.
Shout out to DHP, yo. Shout out to my man Luis Puente. Do you think Shakur and Dev are in the same situation? Yes.
No.
And I no,
Yes.
they are because
Yeah,
Shakur is trying. He keeps talking about free agency, and you don't understand. You need top rank. You don't want to understand that. You need Barenchik. Javante is not going to fight you. So if Javante's not going to fight you, and the other champions are at top rank, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Where are you going to
this
go?
this purse bid should have opened his eyes, Jules. That's what's gonna fucking happen to him.
If he's smart, he'll learn from it that like
Yeah,
free agency is for people like Canelo, and you're obviously you're not Canelo
Yeah, my thing is, I still to this day, I don't understand why he snaked Top Rank and said all that shit. That's just so unnecessary. They've been good to
because
you, bro. They've
because
been
the
really good to you.
fighters. I'm telling you, because the fighters are ego. Look, the
No,
fighters
I
are
could see it.
egomaniacs.
I could see
They're
it.
egomaniacs. They think that the world, you supposed to give them the world, or that loyalty only really works one way, that rules for thee, but not for me. Bullshit. Because it's not your money that pays for the fights that you fight in. It's their money. They have a right to be upset if you don't sell. We're invested in you, bro. We have a fucking right to be mad if you have a contract minimum of 3 million and you're booing and boring audiences. This is what we're getting for our money so that you can turn around and defame us.
Yeah, and the
That's
worst thing, he clowns
crazy.
the audience too. He doesn't care. He doubles down on it.
No, but I would
Allegedly,
say Devin's in a different situation because even me, y'all know I'm a Devin Haney fan. I literally don't know what he should do. Okay, well, I'll tell you 100% he should go to 147, but we don't know if he can make it there at 147. I'm not gonna say
Okay,
yes or
I'll
no.
give you a plan of
allegedly, Eddie Hearn wants to make Ben versus Haney.
I'll give you a plan.
Oh, that's
And
I'll
it
take
and
that
it
fight.
I'll give you a plan and it involves sacrifice because everything we're saying about Devin is on the premise of the short game. If you're playing the long game, go away. Go away for a year. Work on your craft for a year. I'm not turn into a monk. Turn into a savage in a year and come back and surprise people. That is your
Yeah,
best bet.
yeah,
Nah,
That
that's
is
just
I
your
agree.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
I
y-
like,
agree.
nah,
the
that
ring.
is your
The
best
ring
bet.
is where you get better.
After that, he needs
No.
a total
no.
reset.
Look, me and Jules have talked about it, bro. Like, there's this in this era. There's this really weird thing with boxers where they obsess over strength and conditioning, and they just don't fucking do technique, dude. He
The thing
needs
with
that.
he needs I
well,
would
yeah,
say
you know
this.
why, right? Because
He
a lot
needs
of
to
these
hit the
dudes don't stay
reset
in shape.
he needs to hit the reset button on his mind because I do believe that getting beat up the way that he did and embarrassed and then seeing that see the other thing about this is Devin is a young man. He's not an old shit like me that knows that people just ain't shit and I'm not surprised that people ain't shit. It doesn't even bother me. I expect you to not be shit and that's how I operate that yeah, most people ain't shit. Devin is a young man with his eyes still wide and has dreams. So for him to go in there and get his fucking ass kicked the way that he did, right? And the dude came in 3 pounds over. They don't vilify him. The dude tests positive for banned substance. They don't vilify him. They vilify you. They go after you. I think to a young man's mind, that would be damaging. They're like, damn, dog, y'all hate me. Y'all hate me. If it ain't the Tank fans, if it ain't the Tank fans that hate me for no other reason than I want to fight Tank. Y'all hate me because I want to fight Tank, right? The Shakur fans hate me. The Lopez fans hate me. The fucking Ryan Garcia fans trying to act like I did something wrong.
At some point, though, you got to tell the dad to chill. Like, that's part of the reason why some of the people hate him.
On some real
He and his
shit,
father
Well, they
doesn't help him.
on
disappeared.
some
They
real shit,
disappeared.
on some real shit, Bill is the one who needs to know. Chill, tone it down,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
you're a man. He's just a boy, even if he's a talented boy, and he's still young. You the man, you know. Come on, Bill. You know people ain't shit. You know that. You got to get him away from all this. Clear his mind. Remind him he's a good fighter. Find a way. That's literally what you have to remind him. Devin, a lot of shit happened, but don't doubt yourself. You're not here for no reason. A lot of boxers are going to go pro, and they will never see the money that you have seen, right? You're smart. You're young. You're talented. Remember that. You need to get back there, because right now, everything is getting back out there. Who does he get back out there with? What? He's on a time frame. He's on time. Like,
Not Sandor, bro. Don't come out here with Sandor.
that's why I said take a year off. Take a year off.
Yeah, let
Floyd
Boots
took
clear out the 147.
Floyd took 2. Floyd took 2 years. He didn't have to do it, but he took 2 years off. Now, granted that he did it for different reasons. I ain't motherfucking stupid. I know why the fuck you did that shit. But with Devin, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Why did he do it?
Yeah.
You got to remember who was around at that time. Cotto was wrecking shit. Margarito was wrecking shit. It was wow. Like, yeah, let me get out of here real
Yeah,
quick. I'm gonna come
Michael,
back.
Top Rank offered him $8 million to fight Margarito. He turned it down and got the same amount of money to fight Baldemir, who had beaten Zab Judah for his 2 belts. So he
Stroke
took
of
that easy ass
genius.
fight, knowing he wanted no fucking piece of Margarito.
And at that time, like, I'm not. See, I don't say this. I don't say this to diminish Floyd. I'm just not dumb. Stylistically, that's a bad fight. Margarito would have been a bad fight. Honestly, yes, that would have been a bad fight. That was when Margarito was Margaritoing people. Big fucking guy for the weight. Big fucking guy. Those punches and bunches. You ain't got the pop to keep him off, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen here. This might be like the Castillo fight, but worse. It might be like that. So
Yep.
I ain't saying that. And once again, I don't say these things like, oh yeah, Floyd is a bit. I'm just telling you that, yeah, I see what the fuck happened. I see what happened. That dude, like, bro, that dude beat Cotto from pillar to post. Cotto was a tough son of a bitch. But he opened that motherfucker shit like a hymen. Like, yo, he's bleeding on everything, bro.
He
Bro,
did.
if you watch that fight, bro, he beat the shit out of Cotto, bro.
But
Jules.
he did get caught with cement in his gloves, though, or whatever, or plaster. Remember?
Yeah, and I don't, but see that just goes to my point. So let's speculate, country. What if he was using plaster of Paris the whole time he was margaritoing people? Right? That wouldn't have been very good for Floyd, would it?
No.
You're fighting because he hasn't been found out yet. That don't come out till the Mosley fight. That don't come out.
Yo,
that was
Jules,
way later.
But my whole thing is, and like I said, I'm not defending what he did against Mosley. He got caught, so be it. My whole thing is, he literally fought in the U.S. for probably about 8 years before the Mosley fight. You mean to tell me that not at one fucking point, none of the opponent's trainers or the inspectors who are watching your hands get wrapped would have noticed that shit being put on his hands? Like, I find it hard to believe that he got away with it for 30 plus fucking fights. That just seems insane.
All I can say is hindsight is 2020. We don't know. But what if? That's all I'm saying. What if he was doing that shit the whole time and Floyd would have fought him? Oh, that wouldn't have been good for Floyd.
That would have finished him.
That wouldn't have been good. That dude is bit. You're not gonna keep him off. You understand? Like, Manny had to hit that motherfucker a lot, bro. Remember when Manny fought him? He had to hit that motherfucker a lot.
He broke Manny's ribs, Jules. A lot of people don't know that.
So I'm thinking, like, yeah, I see why Floyd dipped out for the 2 years that he dipped out. It was the landscape was crazy at the time. Now, you can condone it, you can condemn it, feel however you feel about it. But I don't have a doubt in my mind that he looked at the landscape and said, I'm gonna let y'all sort each other out, then I'll come back. Too much going on here.
Well, he was too smart for a lot of that stuff, so he wasn't gonna walk into like a blender like that, man. Fuck it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's very, the circumstances have to be as such for you to keep an unbeaten record, because the fact of the matter is the greatest of the great fighters, usually they lose.
Yeah,
Usually, yeah, that's just how it goes, bro. Roy lost, you know? Sugar Ray Robinson lost. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. Roberto Duran lost. That's usually how it goes. So if you have a guy who's unbeaten, but he's supposedly always fighting the best, there has to be some angling there. There just has to be. That's why I'm confident at 126, he knew he might get fucked up. I don't know who's going to be the one to do it, but at that weight, yeah, you might get fucked up there because you're too brave, little man. You're too brave.
Nah, I think you're underestimating his
I gotta
actual
respect
boxing
him, though, to be
ability.
honest.
His
Right.
boxing IQ. He can box.
All
He doesn't have to get in there and brawl with these guys,
But
he
he
can
won't be as
box.
fast. He won't. We've already seen with the pilots he had problems with the jab just because of the size.
I'll be looking at that Nick Ball motherfucker. I'm like, yo, this is just a tough little, strong little judo chop tossing motherfucker.
Yeah, you can outbox the shit out of Nick Ball.
Bro, he took Ray. Ray is bigger than him. He hooked his arm under Ray's shit and threw him. I'm like, yo, does this dude know martial arts? Because he really don't hip tossing motherfuckers out here,
Look
B.
at Jules out here doing with a replay and shit.
Bro, Ray Vargas, he like
Yeah, he tossed that dude like he was playing shuffleboard with his ass, you know? I mean,
and you can see that he's doing, and I'm like, look, I love Inoue, dog. He's an excellent fighter, but I'm like, yeah, you too brave, bro. Like, and that's where they talking about you gonna go. They saying you gonna go to featherweight. One of them guys up there, if it ain't Nick and his judo hip tosses, the other shit is, yo, the kids is big up there. Rafael Espinosa's big, bro. He is big.
He's fucking
You know what I
big,
mean?
dude.
You know, Ray Vargas, he's big, and
Even
he looks.
Robisi's big.
Bro, Ray face looked like if you was in a pool for 3 hours, bro. You don't want to fight somebody that look like that. You think he give a shit if you hit him? He don't care.
His body looks like that of a dude who's a fucking prisoner of war. He's fucking emaciated and shit.
He's like a Viet Cong prisoner, bro.
Pretty
Like,
much,
he don't
yeah.
give a shit.
Shields, on that note, I've got to shoot off, guys. Thanks. Great debate. Obviously, brilliant.
See you on the next one, bro.
See you next time, guys.
Luis Puentes, I saw Drew chilling with Ryan at the Hustler Casino. Fuck around. King Lopez said, I think Tank versus Tio would sell more. I agree with you 100% than Haney or Loma versus Tank. And it's more entertaining. It's a more entertaining fight. What do you think? I absolutely agree. It's a more intriguing fight, too, because you would find out who's better with that base style. Those two fighters are more similar than people realize. The only real difference, and I'll give this to Tank, kind of. He's a bit better coming forward than Tio. He's a bit better. But then again, I don't know if I could give him that because, yo, you got hit a lot by Frank
I was
coming forward.
You got hit a lot by Rolly.
Exactly, I was about to say.
But I guess I wanted to give it to him because he got the knockout where Tio didn't. Remember, they found themselves in a similar situation. Tio found himself in that situation with Jermaine Ortiz. Tank found himself in that same situation with Frank Martin. The opponent is retreating. He's spinning off the ropes. He won't really engage you, and he's setting you up. That's basically what was going on. Well, Tank got the knockout, you know. But did he get the knockout because Frank is a lower tier of opponent than Jermaine Ortiz?
Yeah. Jermaine would beat the crap out of Frank Martin.
Honestly,
Frank also looked like a mummy, Jules. That shit was disgusting.
This is literally
Yeah,
why
Jules, and that's another thing moving forward. Does Tank really think he's going to be able to pull that whole rehydration weigh-in bullshit with Loma and everyone else? I think eventually he's going to find out. Ain't nobody going to fight him if he's going to try that bullshit.
No, para mí, con Loma, he won't try it because he knows that Loma is already older and smaller. So I don't think he'll go for it with Loma. I don't think he would do it with him. But it's like, you see what the problems are, that if he does fight Loma, and being honest, I don't even know if that fight is going to happen. I would sooner expect him to fight Isaac again. And with
Yeah.
Isaac, he would probably try to do some of the A side bullshit or whatever.
Ugh.
Maybe he would do that with Isaac, but I don't know that he's gonna fight Loma. Like, yeah, a lot of that shit sound good, but I don't get a mental
They've
image
been
of that
done this
fight.
though. They've been
I'm,
done.
I'm a Lomachenko fan, and I think Loma needs to retire. Your dad had to tell you to fight Cambosos. So, like, why are you still fighting? Don't give Tank the satisfaction.
Don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't do it.
But then it's bad optics because it's like that's the thing about cowards, man. They play the game in a way that's how they survive doing shit like that. They're like, oh, not then the narrative is gonna be, oh, Loma duck Tank,
That's
bro.
true.
That's what the narrative gonna be. They're like, oh yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to fight you, but then you dipped out. Well, yeah, but he waited 7 years, and it's not gonna look right. So it's like, it's a bad spot. But that's what I mean that's why it pissed me off. They're like, damn, dog, you ain't got no pride, homie. You don't got no pride, bro.
He doesn't. He really doesn't. He don't care, bro.
Listen,
He don't give a
Jules.
fuck.
It'll be just
Jules, what's
fine if Loma
Jules,
retires,
what's really
bro.
bothering me about this whole Loma Tank Davis thing is that how many boxing heads, how many pundits are jumping on board with this whole thing, this whole narrative that Tank Davis is one of the best fighters in the division, is one of the best pound for pound fight, pound for pound guys. They're calling this guy again after another C-level victory, a pound for pound top 5 guy. How on earth
They
did we
do
get
this
here?
every time.
No,
This
How
is
did
and the
we
why.
other
get
thing
here?
is they don't want it because honestly, lo que es de verdad is that the people that cover boxing, a lot of them are not journalists. A lot of them are fans. A lot of them are former fighters. And you know how the fighters are. Whatever's right for the fighter is okay for them. So if you want to avoid a guy for 7 years, they ain't gonna say shit about it. They ain't gonna say shit. Because
Yep.
that's not my imagination, bro.
I saw
You could
Chris
have been
Algieri.
fought this. Yo,
I
I
saw
seen that shit.
I
I
saw
seen
Chris Algieri say today that oh no, he's still Loma. No, Loma's still Loma. So, I
Bro,
mean, come on,
That's
you guys.
bullshit,
sometimes
yo.
I
Like,
Wait,
fucking
but that's
wonder
the
why Don
same.
Mitos.
That's
Well,
the
this is
same
what I mean.
motherfucker
Like,
that just said that Stevenson is the new Loma, that nobody's trying to fight him. Get the
That's
fuck
right.
out of here.
That's
We
right.
got a
Exactly.
fuckload of Pauls, bro. Like the Benavides looked bad, and then he's like Morel beats Canelo. Like, whoa, well, was it Benavides or was it Morel, man? What the fuck? Like,
yeah,
wasn't it happening at Benavides?
the standard, that's why I said that the American boxing scene is just really fucked because a lot of the takes are really bad. That the question should have been, if this was the 90s and Benavides had that showing, they would have been cooking him on Sunday. They would have been cooking him like, yo, you didn't knock that dude out. You said you was gonna knock that dude out. If you can't knock out a 37-year-old Vajdik, how do you knock out a Bivol? How?
Exactly.
but this is what I mean.
Exactly.
Every time Tank has a fight, they do the same thing. That's why I
Exactly.
literally
And
I
listen,
just got,
listen,
but
you
it's
guys.
like Jules said though, his
listen, this
popularity
is
is declining.
this is one narrative we got to keep alive here. If the guy was hot shit, he would have unified 130. He would have unified 135 a long time ago. If he was that guy at 27, he should have been undisputed. At 35.
Remember, they'll tell you, and I bring this up as much as I can. They'll say that Tank was too young at 23 for Loma, but Canelo wasn't too young at 23 for Floyd. Now, if we're going to look at Canelo as a credible victory for Floyd, then what's wrong with Davis fighting Loma? What was the problem? You know what the problem was? He was green.
how
You
old was
just
Hagler and Hurd? How old weren't they? 24 and 25.
No, they weren't 24 and 25. That was
No,
Hearn,
that was Ray Leonard and
Hearns and
Tommy
Leonard.
Hearns.
Yeah,
That
I
was
can't.
Hearns and
I like
Leonard.
a lot of the boxing fans are just. It's illogical because you can't take it seriously. Like when people say that Crawford waited for Spence to get a car crash, like it was under his control, and then you'll be like, well, you're a Tank
Waited.
fan, bro. What are you
But
talking about? And then they're like, well, Tank's good. He looks good. Well,
Hey, I'm
so
gonna
does
wait. I'm
fucking
gonna wait till the
Crawford.
next natural disaster to fight somebody.
Yeah, when
but
has
here's the thing.
Crawford
But
looked bad, bro?
Te lo voy
but
a
the
decir, te lo voy a
fans,
decir. I'm gonna tell you when this shit dies out, because it will. When the love and hip hop fans go back to watching whatever fucking nonsense they've been watching, that's when this shit stops. Because that's the difference. What I see is there's boxing fans that they're just fans of boxing, bro. Like they just fuck with boxing, and they're gonna fuck with a lot of the other shit. and a lot of the other young guys that's coming through, and they're not gonna want to argue about like, okay, dog, you think he's great, then he's fucking great, bro. Whatever, bro.
Man,
Two
I
plus
Jules,
two
got
is
to
fuck.
that point, Jules. I
Jules,
got to that fucking point.
those love and
I'm
hip
not.
hop fans were the same people who supported Wilder and Spence, and look at what happened when those two lost.
But
And
this
I'm
is what I
and
mean. It's the fans is one thing. Who cares? But it's the actual pundits who actually know
Yeah.
the
boxing.
pundit. All
It's
right, now let
Right.
me
it's it,
wait. Let me put it to you another way. The pundits are trying to appeal to. Well, I'm not. I don't even want to call them pundits because the real pundits keep it a bean. That's Ryan O'Hara. That's Steve Kim. That's Michael Montero. That's Dougie Fisher. Those are pundits. Those are journalists. I put them separate. What you have are people like Algieri and Malinaji that have a platform, and you're just trying to gain traction for your platform. And that's different. That you're gonna say to, yeah, man, Tank is the shit, man. Everybody should suck his dick.
after
So that
after
people
beating
watch
after
your
beating
channel, bro.
That is
after
true.
beating Frank
There's a
Martin.
difference between
Where do you
having a
put him
take
on
and
your
then
pound
saying
for
that
pound
someone's
list?
fucking great and
Yeah,
great.
I literally saw this post
Yeah.
everywhere. Like after beating Frank Martin, where do you put Javante on your pound for pound list?
Yeah,
What
that
the
was
Fucking
fuck?
fucking dumb,
nowhere.
bro.
How? Like what? With
Fucking
nowhere,
since
bro.
when is beating Frank Martin? Frank Martin is the gatekeeper for pound
He
status.
literally just
Yeah.
ducked Shakur. He
Can I
literally
just
just did
say?
that.
It's fucking
Yeah. Can
crazy,
I just
bro.
say real quick?
Top
Like,
5 pound for
they're
pound.
the names you just mentioned, right? They like Loma. Yeah. They say he's great, but they're picking Tank purely on age, right? So that's an admission that this guy was fucking ducking them for years. And if I'm kind of with Two Tone the Superstar that Loma will unbox him, but they're gonna rob him. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, like the thing is that look, that's not a fight. Like I know that some people will look at that fight and get excited, but I don't watch boxing for fights like that. Like literally, that's the opposite of why I watch a fight. At the very most, when I watch a fight, I want to see two guys who want to win and can win, right? Loma is thinking about retiring, dog. You think I want to see a motherfucker that's thinking about retiring fighting? No. I know your heart ain't in it. You might lose. I know your heart ain't in it.
I mean, hell, when he
Because the
won, bro,
fucking
he didn't
the
look.
fucking judges stiff him, man. That's what
Yo,
it is, man. It takes the passion away from you.
when he won, he didn't look happy. He just looked like, thank God it's over. Like it was a chore, bro. I was like, wow, he needs
Yeah.
to stop.
Motherfucker did
I
the
know.
you remember the motherfucking desperado that was always shrugging his shoulders.
Yeah, that's
Motherfucker
what
was
he
No,
did.
Loma just trying to fish and he wants to grill. That's all what he wants to do. He's in his 30s, so
motherfucker was
but
shrugging.
I think he's got one more
Yeah,
left in him.
yeah, that's not like I want to see Shakur. It's not just you think Shakur's gonna beat him. No, it's the two young guys. They're unbeaten. They're in their prime. Let them go at it because that's what the fuck Leonard versus Benitez was. That's what
This
the
shit's
fuck Leonard
badass.
versus Hearns was. That's what the fuck it was.
That's
Can I
what De La
ask?
Hoya Trinidad was.
Did you guys pick up on any point with these with the Algeria guys and the Chris Paulie Malignaggi? Did any guy make mention that Loma was discussing retirement at all?
None of them. None of them.
No.
None of them. They're
And then when
really it's a goddamn psyop. 36 going on 37. Literally says after the fight, I don't need box. I retire. I do this for my papa. I love my papa. I don't need but literally. And y'all don't bring that up at all, right? That like, yo, this dude is talking about retiring. So Tank, you don't decide you want to fight this man until he's thinking about retiring. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh,
We're just going to act like that didn't happen.
And my thing
Right.
is, why is it immediately only Loma? Why not Shakur? Shakur's right there.
bro,
Out of the
because
question. Out of the
Shakur will beat
question.
his ass, bro.
Out of the question.
Why
Like
not?
that's I haven't look, man. I haven't lost faith because of like something that Shushu said that if you smart, fall back, see what everybody else is doing, and use what you learn. Shakur, you see how this free agency shit is going for Devin, right? Yo, relax. Work, relax. You not there yet. The problem that a lot of y'all got, Floyd had a lot of fights before he left Top Rank, more than you got right now. You gotta
Shit.
chill, bro. Chill.
Jules,
It's a process.
these
They
youngsters
just look
don't
at
realize.
the end. They don't look at the climb. They just look at when they were at the top and then
Man.
Jules, it's like someone said before Floyd fought De La Hoya, which is where he became this pay-per-view star. He had to fight 37 fucking fights to get to that point.
Bruh. He was. This is why I be saying that by the time Al comes into it and all that bullshit, bro, he was already the finished product. He was already a fully developed, bona fide, pound for pound world. All the hard work had been done. You didn't turn him into anything, bro. You just happen to fall into a generational talent.
He had
That's
already
what I
beat,
see.
already beaten hella people by then.
You
But
know what I'm saying?
lucky for Sikora, he got a guy on his side calling him out. The Branchett guy called you out by name. Sign back, get the other belt, see what the Loma Davis thing happened, and wait it out. Like, it's simple.
It's very simple. Like the decision should be easy. That if
We're
you
gonna
should, if you smart or if your team is smart, yo dog, you see this politics shit that's going on that everybody hate this person, everybody hate that person. Fall back, get away from that because that shit is polarizing. You don't need that. You coming off a shitty. You don't need to be polarized anymore. Fall back, do your thing, and keep grinding. Forget about them people. When it's your time, you'll get them. But forget it. Forget about Tank. Yeah, forget about Devin. Forget about all that shit. Let's get this motherfucker and then get the next motherfucker. Forget about them.
Yep,
Right.
we're about to see how smart or how mature he is or his team, because like you
Yeah.
said,
I kind of refer to Montero on this thing where he says that a lot of American fighters today, right, they use these launching pad fights as their landing pad, and I really dig that analogy.
Yeah. I mean, they think that with one solid victory, Floyd had several solid victories, not just one. He had several.
Right.
Roy had several solid victories, not just one. Bernard Hopkins and James Toney, bro. That was just two of them. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to do a lot more to get at where you want to get at, and you don't realize it. You think you're one fight away from that. Lopez is the most raw example. You beat Loma, and you thought they was going to build you a church after that. Like
Yeah.
you was bugging. Like
for
that's
real,
cool.
he
Loma
did.
was never a pay per view attraction to be saying to
No,
be
but
digging,
he
digging
really
for
did.
cash.
He thought everybody was gonna be like, "You're fucking good," and he was
You know what I'm saying?
surprised.
Like he thought that God was going to open up a cloud and a thumbs up was going to come down. Like good job.
That anointed
Mufasa was gonna
forehead,
say,
you know?
"You've earned it, my son. You get all the money in the world."
You know what I'm
Jules, to
saying,
be honest though,
motherfucker?
with to be
Go
honest
ahead,
with
go
Tio though, I think the biggest thing that fucked him up was that airline pussy that you talked about.
No, I mean, there's the airline pussy, but it's all what I really think fucked him up. It wasn't that. It's that you lost too much time on George. If you really want to trace back his downfall, how everything spiraled out of control, it's because you
He
were
did.
asking for big
No,
money for what was not a big fight. That's really what it
it's
was.
because after the Loma thing, his ego got inflated. That's what it was.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
that's
it
what
is.
I'm.
It's the
But that's
ego.
what I
It's the
mean. That
ego.
if you would have did that fight on Top Rank's time, on Top Rank's dime, you would have beat that dude because it would have happened quickly. You wouldn't have struggled with the weight. You wouldn't have got sick. None of that bullshit would have happened because all of that happened within over a year. Remember, from the Loma fight
Right.
to the Cambo fight, it's a year in between them fights. That's how much time you wasted on that shit. Whereas it would have been a quick turnaround if you would have did it on Top Rank's dime, on Top Rank's time. Your ego was out of control.
But that's irrelevant. It's
And
about
and,
what
and
you're
you know
doing
what?
today. That's what
You know
matters.
what? When you got fucking pundits like fucking, well, not even pundits, these fake journals like fucking Mike Carpenter say, well, if you would have given him what he wanted, shut the fuck up, you little prick. Like, for real. That's people
Because it
that don't understand the
because
business.
because this is, and I said made this analogy yesterday. Y'all motherfuckers that think that Top Rank supposed to just pay out hundreds of thousands or millions or Matchroom, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't pay $1 more for a chicken sandwich at McDonald's for you to be telling these motherfuckers, yeah, yo, give them an extra million. Are you out of your fucking mind?
They are.
Do you
And
know
what?
do you know the consequences of caving to every demand that every fighter makes in excess of their market value?
You'd be
They're all
fucking
going to
broke.
start doing that. They're all going to start. Well, I want 500,000 too. I want a million. Well, I want fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, homie, that ain't business. Mind
That's kind of
your
the drawback
business.
of the Saudis getting involved, too. That's gonna be the drawback.
And
A
and
lot
it's
want to be on the
annoying.
sub card.
Yes and no, because the Saudis ain't paying for dick in the booty fights.
They're not.
For real.
They
Exactly.
And they're
they'll
smart.
pay.
They're smart.
They'll pay, but not for no. Like, look at how they got Jared. Jared is fighting Bacoli. That ain't no dick in the booty fight now. Like, you better fight, you motherfucker. That big motherfucker knock you out, bro.
Hey,
Shit.
Jules, you got a super chat from Jerry.
Shout out to Devon Valley. Don't remind us of the Cotto fight, please. Shout out to Get Hands. Haney needs to everything and head to Omaha to see the Mac. Yeah, he should train with Crawford now that I think about it. Shout out to WMMA. Never we call your opponent C-level, win or lose. It makes you look bad. That's true. Don't trash your opponents because when you beat them, you're basically saying they're trash.
Yep.
Clarissa. Shout out to Will. Damn, I didn't know there was this many super chats. Will said, this is an uncomfortable truth as to why Davis is rated so high. It's because if they rated fighters based on accomplishments, there wouldn't be a single American on. No, well, Crawford would be there. Crawford would, but you're right about Javante. Crawford would be there. King Lopez says, Showbiz said Tank is in the convo with
fuck that guy.
Bro, I don't.
That dude's a real-
I try to be cool, but motherfuckers is just selling a soul for metrics, man. Shout out to Jerry Soriano. Jules, I owe you. Let's talk. Yo, dog, you know you owe me, bro. Hit the cash app.
Send him the
Hit
link.
the
Send him the
cash
link.
app. You gotta hit
I'm
the
starting
cash
to
app,
think.
bro.
I'm starting to think that Showbiz eyes is bigger than his brain.
I mean, I think he knows what he's doing, but like Julius said, he's cashing in on
sold out.
metrics.
He sold
Yeah,
out.
like,
Like,
it's just
sold
cashing. These are not real people that I don't know, man. Like, to me, something odd going on the way so many people are willing to sell their soul for some metrics, man. Something crazy going on,
bro. Hey,
Jules,
Julius.
we're literally-
Hey, bro. La
We're literally
gente,
in a
da el
recession.
culo por lo
Things are
que
getting
quiere
more
ser.
and more expensive and shit like that. That's all it is. People just want more money.
Oh, there's another super chat.
Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Abe. According to Fight Hub, Ryan just retired. Hey, must be because of how innocent he is.
Yo, Marcos is a savage for that. Marcos is fucking savage for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. Shout out. I just sent the link, bro. I just sent the link. I literally just posted it.
Jules, real quick. What do you think about the purse bid for the Boatsi Hutchinson fight?
I mean, I think that's a good fight, but Buatsi is another one, isn't he? That he
who
went
won
over there. Who won that shit?
Oh no, they're talking about they're going to have a purse bid. They haven't said who's won it.
Bro, I'll be surprised. We'll see. I don't think Frank would have any aversion to if he got to go over there for the fight. He got to go over there. I don't really think he would have an aversion. But the shit with Buatsi is, hey, dog, it wasn't supposed to be Hutchinson. It was supposed to be Yard. And I'm not going to put Yard's situation on you, but the catalyst for all of this was you going to Boxer. They haven't put you in a big fight yet. They haven't put you in a big fight yet.
Hasn't Boatsi been getting fucked up a lot lately, though?
Real
No,
quick.
no.
Go
ahead.
No, I was just speaking with Dwayne, who was fucking. You spoke to him. That was Buati's manager, right? He
Mhm.
was on the space. He was on Rico's space. He's still bad about people calling Buati a duck for ducking Bivol, and he kept talking about this mandatory versus voluntary offer, the defense for Bivol, and I looked up the fucking purse splits for
Bro, he
mandatory,
was lying.
and it's not exactly. He said it was 60-40, and he's full of shit.
He's
The
lying.
point is but the point is he said that they given the fight in short notice. Regardless, he wasn't ready.
Let's put it this way. Remember when we had that space and everybody was there, he was literally trying to make the case that Buatsi should have had a rematch clause. Okay, bro, you don't want to fight. When the fuck do you hear about mandatory? Bro, you are mandatory. Why don't you get the fuck out of my face? You are a fucking mandatory. So you won't fight.
You're not entitled to that.
Are you? But that's the argument. Remember, that's the argument he was making. Like, well, why shouldn't, bro? You just trying to find a lot of ways to say, yo, you didn't want to put your dude in that fight. Yeah, I figured that. I mean,
the way he's moving, he's an overpriced local area fighter.
No, and the other thing is that he's only getting older. It's not like Buatsi's a young guy. He's not a young
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Like, no,
He's
you
young.
already in your 30s. Yo,
Yeah,
man.
okay.
What I told you, your boy is not trying to fight.
Feliz
Bro,
miércoles, amigos.
you gotta calm down, bro. I'm old. I don't
It's
like y'all.
only
Woo!
Monday, bro.
I
You need to
know, I
calm
know,
down. I'm
First of all, you
old.
almost
I
gave me a
know, I
fucking heart
know.
attack, yo. I was
Now,
chilling.
I know.
your boy
Listen,
already said no. Hold on. Your boy already said they're going back to 68. The priority is Canelo.
I
Ya
know,
valió
man.
madre.
Jules, listen, first
Not
of
both of
all,
them.
I want to say that I always gotta give you the disclaimer before I go in on you. I respect you. I respect your talent. I respect your grind. I still maintain you are the most underrated boxing channel on YouTube.
Let me say this, Jerry. I gotta say this because we're both from New York, and I know you'll respect this. If I want my dick sucked, I'll call my wife.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay?
But speaking about your joints, I need to know if you ever went to school in Arizona.
No.
Because my thing with you and Benavidez, I'm like, this is reminding me of something. I'm like, I can't keep rebuttaling him because he's going to dig in the dirt and pick up something. Somehow he's going to make David look bad. I'm like, what does this remind me of? And I'm going, Rick Glazer in PBC. It's entertaining until I realize that Rick Glazer has a dark past with Al Heyman. At some point, Al Heyman fucked him over. So I'm going, did Jules go to high school in Arizona and Benavidez hit one of his Cuban exes? He hit
Not
somebody
even the
and he
same
just
age.
can't get over it
What the
because
fuck is going on?
you had the nerve. And I'm looking all over Google going, nah, Jules can't be the only person in the world that thought Benavidez lost Saturday night. I'm like, man, there's no goddamn way.
Jerry, are you talking or preaching a sermon?
I know. Bro.
Listen.
What the fuck?
It's too
My
You
late.
don't have
friend,
my energy, bro.
if I'm going to talk,
no,
hang on. If I'm going to talk to you and I addressed you in the past, I said, you know what? I was on a boxing voice. I said, I went on Ring IQ and I got ambushed by some backup dancers. Why don't you introduce yourself to the world stage? Who are you?
Is that for me?
Who's
No,
he talking to?
it's for because I'm having a 1v1 and this is going to turn into 20v1. I'm out here feeling like Drake. So if you're going to talk when Jules and I are having a conversation, introduce yourself to the world stage.
Jerry,
Who
I
are
just
you?
asked you a question.
Let me commandeer this shit for a second, okay? Because this is getting away from the initial point. You know what the bet is, Jerry, and you know what I said. He's not going to fight the winner of Better Be versus Bivol. That's the focus. That's the focal point. Not whether or not I thought David looked special with Vajdik. That is besides the point. That is not the point.
It's
The
not
point is
besides the point.
the point. It is besides the point because me and you made a bet. Remember?
No, we are. Jules, I'm
We
getting
made-
to that.
bro. No, well, gee, can you get to it, please? Because
Bro,
I'm fucking
I
old,
ain't
bro.
spoken to you in a while. So, I feel like let's catch up a little bit.
Jerry,
Let's
if you
catch
were
up a little
wondering-
bit. Listen.
Jerry, if you were wondering
If you don't
How
want to
many glasses
introduce
of Coke did you
yourself to
do,
me, I don't
Jerry?
even know who you are.
Which country?
If you don't want to introduce yourself, just let me talk to the host of the goddamn show. Stay on the sidelines for a second.
Myself, now go ahead. And talk.
Jules can stand on his own too. He is educated. The man has enough energy. He has enough confidence.
Bueno,
Stay on the
primo,
goddamn sidelines
Que no
for a
quieren
high
dar
five.
Jerry. Like I said, if I want a blowjob, I'll call my wife.
So,
let's move it along.
listen,
woo!
Jules, listen. Here's my thing. If you picked Benavidez to lose Saturday night, you cannot all of a sudden talk about how old his opponent was. You knew how old he was Friday night, Saturday morning, and right before the bell rang, you knew everything about him until the fight was over. The only thing I haven't heard from you is, why didn't your boy beat Benavidez? Because, Benavidez looks soft and pudgy at the weight. And, guys are like, this is the big boys at 175. So why was Benavidez pushing him back for 12 rounds? Why did put out by your guy?
All right,
Let's hear that angle.
Okay, are you done? Are you done? Because if I start talking,
I'm absolutely not done. I want you to begin.
God damn, bro, stop.
No, you
yelling,
don't,
please.
because you keep interrupting. The only one who got backed up was your boy. There's literally pictures of him on the ropes absorbing right hands. That's just a fact. Because you want to pretend that you don't see that or don't understand that, just like you're pretending that I'm the only one that thinks Vajdik won. All of that is land of make-believe. There's plenty of people on Twitter, there's plenty of people on my channel, and plenty of people all around who say, yo, this dude couldn't knock out a 37-year-old Vajdik. So how is he going to deal with a B-Vol? Now, personally, I don't think Vajdik looked 37. I think David looked 37. You gassed out after the 6th round. I think Vajdik beat you. I think he beat you. And you watch my channel, so I already gave the breakdown, which is what makes this kind of bizarre. Like, what are you trying to give me, a piece of your mind because you don't like what I said?
Listen, it's not about me not liking what you said. It's me saying, I got to look at you like Blazer right now. You got some deep embedded hatred towards Benavidez.
No,
and like I
you just
said,
like him too much.
I agree with 99% of the things you say. It just surprises me that you have this deep embedded hatred towards Benavidez.
You just like him too much because you yourself are admitting that you agree with me 99.9% of the time until Benavidez is brought up. So that means that consistently you think I make sense, except when it comes to him, because I don't like him as much as you do.
No. It's not that you don't like him as much as I do, because if you were simply a boxing fan, you would appreciate what he means to the sport. It's something underneath the surface that keeps you dragging him out of the dirt and going, you know what? Oh, he was 37. You know what? You ain't really a power puncher. Nobody ever said Benavidez was a power puncher. He destructs you by volume and persistence. And you saying that he was backing up is insane. I don't know what fight you were watching, brother.
What you're doing is venting. You're giving me a piece of your mind for all the
I haven't spoken to you in a while. I miss you.
You're venting because I know
I miss you, man.
Bro, I know who you're thinking about when you say that. You're not thinking about me. You're thinking about the guy who called into the Boxing Voice and literally said Benavidez is not a power. Yeah, I know. I've been saying that.
Listen. A lot of those callers are simple food, man. Listen. The thing is this. Here's my thing.
You are commandeering the lie for yourself as if you're the host, and you're not. This is not the Boxing Voice.
Jules, I am giving you an opportunity. Simply put, you are going to have to figure out how to exit from this narrative, because David Benavidez is going to fuck you till you love him. So at some point, you're going to have to get off this goddamn train.
All right, bro. It's very simple. You must be looking for a platform or something. Because it's very simple. You're getting away from why I even mentioned you, because I know why you're here. I mentioned you. You owe me money. That's why you're here. You made the bet. I didn't recommend that me and you make a bet.
Jules, I'm on your platform and you can give your audience what.
You cannot interrupt me on my own platform. You owe me
Absolutely
money.
Not, my friend. It's all yours.
You owe me money. You owe me money. Now you can send it now.
Tell them what we bet.
$100 that he's not going to fight the winner of Better.
Okay, is that what happened? Is that what you heard?
Yeah, that's literally the story. They said.
Okay, why don't you listen to the whole interview,
bro?
He's going to get titles at both.
Bro, enough of the games already.
Absolutely.
They already said their priority is going back to 168 and fighting Canelo.
Is that what you heard?
Yes, that's what the story is. Literally.
I know your
verbatim. Story. It's not my story. It's not my
Let
quote.
your audience go listen to the interview.
Okay, dog, you're just wasting people's fucking time.
Absolutely.
Bye, Jerry. You're not gonna. He's not gonna fucking pay.
bro.
You
When
made a.
he,
He's not gonna fucking pay. And this is what I mean. You came here to hoop and holler and give me a piece of your mind because you're mad that I don't like a fighter you like. But tell me, what did I lie about? Is Vojdik not 37? Yes. Did you knock him out? No. So my question is, if you can't knock out a 37-year-old Vojdik, how are you gonna knock out Bivol? Because you said you would knock him out. You're just mad that I'm asking the question. That's all it is. But it's a valid question, I think. Isn't that a valid question? If you can't knock him out, and he's 37, how are you going to knock him out? Or how are you going to knock Better Beef out? He knocked him out. You didn't. He knocked him out years ago when he was young. You can't knock him out when he's old.
he's
It's a
gone.
valid
Oh.
Canelo
question.
knocked out a reigning champion on
Yeah,
at
he-
175.
But bro, he wasn't serious as soon as he came screaming like that. Like, yo,
Bro,
what the
that's
fuck?
a dude. He's looking for a platform. Like a lot of these people are just looking for an audience for their nonsense because when they put it out there on their own, it has no traction. This guy calls into the Boxing Voice regularly, mentions me. He came
Jesus.
here. He came here. He made a bet. I told him he's not fighting the winner of Better B versus B-Ball. That's what they're saying. Your
Shit, we all-
priority is Canelo. Yeah, I know. That's what I've been saying.
Shit, I think we all know that basically, unless you're a Benavidez stan, like.
I
So,
was
so
wait-
listen, what you could do if you really want to save face with the people that know you, the Cash App is in the ticker. You could send it, and then I'll let you back on. If you don't send it, you're out of here, bro. You're right. You're not getting no airtime
Yo,
off
read the
me, bro.
super chat.
Shout out to MA Saludos Ring. Just got back from Mexico and couldn't find anyone watching Benachichi's fight. Plus, Mayweather took 20% for ODHL fight. Knew he was the clear B side. Fighters have got to learn. Absolutely.
Yo, as a
Absolutely.
Mexican, bro, I've been saying that. I'm like, yo, people in Mexico don't fucking know who he is, bro. I know what I'm talking about. Fucking Mexican Americans like, no, bro, you don't know, bitch. We don't
Bro,
claim his
that's
ass.
what when I interviewed Navarrete, he said he didn't know the guy. He doesn't watch him like that. I'm like,
Pero ese tipo ecuatoriano.
Wait,
Bro,
nobody
man, say
fucking
it.
knows him. Nobody
So-
dude. And the people who know of him, bro, they clowned him on his
Bro, the
face,
shit
bro.
is he's an American. You know what he is, honestly? He's kind of like Cinco de Mayo. That is kind of bigger in America than it is in Mexico. You know what I mean? It's it's some shit like that. They're like, yeah, y'all trying to sell him as this hyper Mexican bandera roja, toda vaina. And it's like, yo,
Yo.
people in Mexico, like,
Well,
fuck
for
is
a
this?
guy called La Bandera Roja, he does got a lot of red flags as far as his weight and his conditioning. But yo, I gotta ask you, if people walk through Corona Queens, you think people will notice him?
No.
Nah.
I think they would ask him where the bus is. That's about
Yeah.
it.
for the train station.
Man, look, it says
Oh,
something,
shit.
guys, that
Yo.
people know Emilio Vargas more than they know him, bro. It's fucking
I would have
crazy.
because of who his exactly because of who his fucking father is. Like, of course. Whereas to me, Benavidez is an American invention, like the taco. Like, yeah, the taco is some Tex-Mex shit they made up in America. He's the Mexican monster from America. You know, the point is, I want my money. That's what I want. And if I don't get my money, you don't get no air. It's very simple. And I'll go on the Boxing Voice looking for my money.
I thought dude was gonna start, wooing like Blair Cobb and Ric Flair, man.
Well, if you send me my $100, you can woo and you can have the platform
I
for
don't-
10 minutes.
Bro, I
Shoot a promo.
bet people
We'll
on
give
the
us money.
app, bro. I swear to God, I don't bet anymore because then they don't fucking pay,
Yo,
bro.
Bec-
And it's
they're
just-
bums.
What it really is, look, it's a new demon running around in the streets, and it's the clout demon. These people will do anything for a platform to try to gain traction. And I've always felt like that. They're like, bro, you just coming over here because you can't formulate better arguments than me.
That's true.
You want the opportunity to say you one up me, but you didn't. It's very obvious to people that you just want to be heard, but nobody's hearing you, so you go to someone who is heard. Because if you're gonna call me out on the Boxing Voice 3, 4, 5 times a day, bro, clearly, come on, B. Just pay me my money, and you can come on here and woo all day. Just pay me my money.
Because he said something, and a couple other people said something after I did. I wasn't sure who he was talking to at first. That's why I didn't answer right away.
I just want my money. I just want
Because
my
I wasn't
money because
sure, but then when I did, he
proved-
wouldn't shut up.
I proved my point at the post-fight press conference. What did he say? He said he's going to go back down to 168.
Bro did
Today there was a tweet. It says our priority is 168 and Canelo. Okay, so I won. He's
Yep.
not fighting Better Beef and Bivol, like I said. So pay me my money. Stop delaying it. Pay me my money. Then you can come back. Till then, you're not going to waste my time. If you're not going to pay me, you're not going to waste my time.
Well, what was he yelling for, though, man? I mean, look, we're all loud and shit, but he was like yelling. It
Bro,
was like
he's got like this WWE thing he does, and I don't know. Like, why would you talk like a WWE superstar, bro?
yeah, he sounded like he was trying to preach a sermon to us or something, man.
Shit.
It kind of remind me of WCW.
If you're wearing a Batman shirt, Jules, I don't know. I had the Riddler on today. I'm working out, had to look at the phone thinking of something else, started playing. Bro, listen, man. Great minds think alike. I'm the Batman, you the Riddler. Jerry, I want my money, dog. That's what I know. Now, you can send it. The Cash App is in the ticker. Nothing's stopping you. You can send it.
You ain't getting your money, Joe. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Ese cabrón no te va a mandar nada, Jules. Straight up.
Bro, this is the shit. I know that. So when I don't let him on, now he'll know, like, bro, you're not getting on here till I get my money. I was nice to you, let you on. But if I'm not gonna get my money, you're not gonna get any airtime.
Jules, you should tell him, send me my money and send me a chopped cheese, motherfucker.
Yeah, I should have interest on that shit.
Exactly. There you go.
No, I'm gonna take a piss. Be right back.
Yeah, I seriously was expecting dude to go woo at the end of what he
Yo,
was
I swear to
saying.
God, I thought we were having a fucking church meeting.
Yeah. It was like dude thought he was Minister Farrakhan or something, man.
That motherfucker was yelling like he didn't think we could hear him. What the fuck?
Bro, you know which is another good one that I love when you bet on someone and they don't pay, and then there's another fight that's like 50-50 and they're like, yo, I choose this guy. Like, let's bet. I'm like, I'm not gonna bet, bitch. Like, this, give me my goddamn money, bro. You fucking lost the first bet. The fuck? Bruh, I swear to God, people in Nags are fucking annoying, bro. They go in all hardcore, I'm gonna take your money. It's like when you're just like, hey, yo, when's my money hitting my fucking...
Exactly.
Just like, nah, give me a week. Give me another week, bro.
There's a lot of these fools on X who do that bullshit where they talk a bunch of shit before, and then as soon as their guy loses, they go fucking radio silent. They don't say shit.
Bro, and it's crazy because I know a lot of people have done that shit where they bet like everybody. They bet like 100 on like with fucking 10 people, and then he loses, and it's like you owe fucking, you know, like with the Haney Ryan fight. I knew a lot of people who bet on Haney, dude, like a shitload, and they were just they bet so many people, and it's like they just fucking disappeared off X, bro. It's fucking. Some of them is even worse too, because they'll just be like, "Yeah, I'm not paying you." I'm like, "You're such a fucking bitch." Because if it was the other way around, you would have been asking for the money.
Yep, there's just a lot of fucking fake ass fans out there who just love to talk.
For real, bro. Now I just do sportsbook. I'm just like, I'm gonna get my money or I'm gonna lose it.
I remember that dude before. He couldn't fathom why Jules didn't, you know, like to him he's like, but why don't you like David Benavidez? Why?
Like he's trying to find reason. Like, yo, come on, man. I hate people like that are just fucking simps for fighters.
Yo,
like,
seen Yolanda way, bro. Like,
all this.
Yeah,
like
like
send him
what?
his panties. Why don't you? Like,
where is there a fucking rule in boxing that you have to like every single fighter? Like what
here's
the
my
fuck?
thing, bro. Like, certain fighters I don't fucking like fucking Crawford. I don't like him, but damn, he's not ass. Like, I won't be out here pretending he fucking sucks. Like, shit, I don't get, like, bro, we're grown people already. Stop fighting for your life over a fucking boxer, bro. Like,
Yeah, but I bet this fucking Jerry Soriano dude's probably some dumb goofball in his 20s or probably like in his early 30s, so he don't know any better.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, shit, I don't know, man.
Well,
I
like he
just, I
guarantee
just,
you, he doesn't talk like that in real life, man. For real,
that's what I'm
he just
saying.
do
Like,
that for show.
I'm just like a lot of people just act dumb, bro. But it's like you know that they know shit that you know they're just fucking doing a gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Jules said, they just want a platform because they tried it on their own and nobody gives a fuck.
Because they
Like,
don't
I
like
mean,
clout.
who the fuck is gonna want to hear all that fucking screaming, bro? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I
and
had
he
to put
doesn't
up with that
even.
shit with Johnny Boy.
Is that guy still around?
Nah,
Yeah,
he's in
you
a
know what,
correctional
country?
facility.
I
You
haven't
know
Seriously?
seen.
what? No, no. Hold on, real quick. I've been watching his videos recently. He's calling from a phone from a correctional facility. So his parents are posting videos of him calling the phone, telling them to
Oh
watch review of the
shit!
fights.
Oh damn! So he's
Wow.
in jail
Yeah,
then.
he can't watch the fights, but he just gets the news.
That's fucking embarrassing, bro. Why the fuck would
It
you
is.
post that, dog?
Because
Wow.
that dude's trying to do the same thing, bro. He's trying to get like his own platform and like when before he got locked up, apparently he
Bro,
was
he's
putting
in jail.
videos
He
out where he
already
would
got a
do that shit.
platform.
Well,
Yeah.
he got himself blackballed off of here almost. Like hell, I forgot what he did, but he pissed a bunch of people off, and like his channel went down
Oh,
because of that shit, man.
yeah. Just to remind you, it was the fact that they one of our members of the YTBC had a son that was sick, right? And everybody
Yeah,
pitched in, to give money to donate for treatment. And this guy was e-begging online, saying to send me a super chat, and all
bro.
that bullshit.
Bro, I've seen a few of those. I'm just like, you have no fucking shame, bro. Go out there and work, bro. What the fuck are you
For
doing,
real, get a fucking job, man.
bro? Like, the easiest thing in the world is to make fucking money. You just need creativity and the discipline and the will, bro. Just go out there. Don't be a bitch.
For real.
Nah, but
Yeah, but that dude Johnny, man, sometimes he'd be on the air drunk as hell and like just rambling on, saying dumbass
Yeah.
stuff. There was times where it's just
Which
like,
is sad because he does have good boxing taste, but it's like, yo, you out here talking mad shit. You're starting beefs with people you don't even fucking know. Like, come on, man, stop walling.
Yo, is that dude like straight up racist or is he just like an ignorant motherfucker though? Because I seen
nah,
people call him out.
he is kind of racist because like he called some Polish dude a Polak one time,
God
and
damn.
he did. I swear
Oh,
to God,
okay.
I hate to say the term, but that he did, man. So I think he is a bit
Like,
on the racist side, man.
I never met anybody that thought that having knowledge in mob history is a personality trait. Like, come on, man, it's built this fucking whole reputation around that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I was like, bro, I don't even argue with people on X anymore. Like at a certain point when they have takes and shit, and I'll leave mine, and then they're like, "You're retarded." All right, bro, I'm retarded.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like there's too many dumb
That,
fucks out here that like when you start engaging with them and then like they just start replying a bunch of stupid shit, like you
Yeah,
can't win. So it's like why even bother?
Yeah,
I
it's
You
mean,
like
know?
that a
So
lot.
yeah,
It's like that a lot on Facebook too, man. You get people just saying like
bro.
random
I went to one.
shit.
I went to one Black and Brown Free Smoke Friday panel, and I'm like, never again.
bro. Those I've gone to it, bro. It's like it's a fucking echo chamber, bro. It's kind of scary, bro. You're just like people think this way. Like how the fuck do you like, bro? Do you have a brain, man?
Nah,
there's a lot of people who don't, bro, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there's a lot of
Yeah, I
people in.
mean, I know, like I know guys, but it's like I don't know about you guys, but like it surprises me. I'm just like it always never fails to surprise me. Like, dude, you're that empty in the head, bro. Like,
yeah.
Nah, like what's it called? I don't know if you've seen. There's a guy who goes
the
on Twitter. He like interviews fucking people and asks them questions about like shit that they believe, like in politics and stuff. And then when he actually fucking presents them with facts, then they stand there looking stupid, like they don't know that that's an actual fact about like the person he's talking about. And then once they try to respond, it's like some stupid shit. So he's embarrassing them even though they claim to be fucking fervent followers of whoever the person is.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's basically like with this new dude that popped in when fucking Jules was telling them the facts, and they're like, "Well, I still don't believe it." It's like, bro, those are the facts.
Well, the thing is that the way things are now, right? I think the West is deteriorating to the point to where facts don't matter because most people are delusional. That's where it's
Yeah.
at.
Do you
Yeah.
think
Delusional.
Jules? Do you think though they're delusional or they're just really fucking immature?
No, they're delusional in the sense that they live in a bubble and they operate. A delusion is a deviation from reality.
Right.
Well, if you can't cope with reality, that when you're confronted with reality, your mind rejects it, you're delusional. So it's like I saw a thing. I saw a thing on what was it on Instagram, right? It was a kid, he was asking all these bitches, and a lot of these was some fat bitches. And they was like, yo, he was like, he's a tall kid though. He was real tall. Looked like he was 6'4". He was asking the bitches like, yo, y'all reject men because of height, right? And it was like, yeah. So can I reject you because of weight? And the bitches was like,
Oh, I see.
nah, that's not. And this is what I mean about the delusional bitches. That it's like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, I guess, right? Like that. If you have and I don't knock these bitches. Like, look, man, if I ain't hot for a bitch, you're not gonna tell me that this fat sloppy bitch is a hot bitch to make anybody feel, but like, nah, I'm good. Like, you bugging, right? So I respect it. Like, yo, if the bitches don't want the short kings, they don't want the short kings. It is what it is. Like, I ain't mad at these hoes, right? There's nothing to be mad about. But
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't want these fat hoes neither. Like, nah, I don't want this hot, sweaty bitch breathing and having
With a-
diabetes and shit.
With a third fucking arm on her fucking torso.
Yeah, like,
Bro,
I'm like, it's all good. Like,
have
bro,
you
listen.
seen the video? Have you seen the video of like this elite milk bitch walking up to a black dude and say, "Hey, you want to meet my sister?" And then the ugly bitch, the job of the hub bitch comes out. You
Oh,
seen that video?
the Gorlock bitch. The
Yeah,
Gorlock
the fucking
bitch.
prank video. Oh
I ain't see
man.
that, but I know the Gorlock bitch, and I'm like, yo, dog, like this the shit that I don't know. I think that people is bothered by the things that they don't have. Because if you a dude and you getting mad at shit bitches say, well, you must not be getting your dick sucked. Because that shit shouldn't. That's the process. B, yeah, some bitches, they don't like certain shit. It's
Yep.
all good. Get your dick sucked. It's all
Jules,
good. On to the next bitch.
Jules, the thing is, these youngsters, these fucking generations after us, like the millennials and the Gen Zers, they don't believe in the philosophy of women are like baseball. 7 out of 10 times you're gonna strike out, but that still means you're a 300 hitter if you bag the other three holes.
That's what I'm saying. Like shit. Like, bro, like the weird shit. Like they getting mad at shit that bitches think, and it's like, bro, when did we start caring about shit that bitches think? When did that become like, nah? You just get your dick sucked, bro, and get the fuck out of here, bro. Like this shit's
Exactly.
like a bank heist.
I
Like,
mean,
all
hey,
right,
Jules,
bitch.
what I say, bro? Hay más culos que estrellas, bro. There's a bitch out there for you, bro.
Yeah,
Pa cada
bro.
roto hay un descosido, bro.
Yeah, like motherfuckers acting like shit is hard to come by. So I just think about that, like in the realm of delusion. I do believe wholeheartedly, and it not just exclusive to boxing, because you see it in the populace and you see it in the politics, that a lot of the West is delusional. Oh yeah, like they're absolutely
In the
delusional.
politics, bro. Oh my god, bro. I
When
swear
they're
to God.
confronted with the facts as they are, no spin, no opinion, no annotation, no anecdotes, none of it, just the facts as they are, their mind rejects them.
Bro,
So
it's not even a rejection, dude. I swear to God, I come from work sometimes and I want to bash my head. Some people will not just reject that shit, Julius. They will literally fucking spin their own imagination of why you fucking told them the fact and why you're wrong.
Well, look at what the dude told me. Look at what the dude who jumped on told me. He told me that in the case of Ryan, that it was hearsay, and that the testing that NutraBio conducted was inadmissible, right? Oh, but we're supposed to believe whatever Ryan says. Then the only version of the story that counts for anything is Ryan. No one else's matters. Not when Victor Conti says something, not when Memo Heredia says something, not when Mark Glacier and NutraBio say something, not when the pundits report that they're adjudicating this week to decide how long he's going to be suspended. None of it matters. The only thing that matters is what Ryan says.
And worse to that, I was like, all right, let's assume that you're right. What does it matter, bro? Why are you fighting? And he just like, well, because and I was like, it doesn't matter the politics of it, just from a political standpoint that I know about. It's like you're fucked, bro. You're fucked. It's over.
Honestly,
It's
honestly, like,
over.
and it's like, and when I asked him, do you normally take this stance when it comes to fighters that test positive for banned substances? Then he tried to limit it to Osterin. Well, as much as you want to say that Osterin is this god awful ped that no one would ever use, a good number of fighters have tested positive for it. That's reality. And I
And
ran
look,
down an itemized list of fighters that tested positive for it.
And look,
So
Julius, I did my own little investigation too. I did find freaking research, right? Science articles that say, okay, there is no scientific evidence that proves that Ostarine enhances performance. So fucking what? Like I've said, you got caught by rules and regulations. You're not supposed to take it.
yeah, like in other words, that's why I said what I said on Twitter, that everybody wants to fancy themselves a lab tech and make this more convoluted than it is, when in reality, is Osterin in the banned list? Yes, it's banned at
Well,
all
yeah,
times.
okay. Well, yes. Listen, I understand what you're saying here. However, I do have experience with these supplements. A lot of like testosterone, things like that, some SARMs, and I got to tell you right now, like it does take a while to work. It doesn't work overnight. It doesn't take a week. It takes like a month for it to actually start cycling through your body and start working. Like testosterone, if you take it for 4 weeks, you'll start noticing a difference. Then you start working out, then you're not sore the next day. All of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, I can work out tomorrow. And then I can work at legs like 5 days in a row if I want, and I'll be just fine. Like these things take time to get in your system and
Yeah,
start
but
working.
Don,
But no,
that's
no,
not
no.
Don. You're
I know
getting
what you're
away.
saying. No,
Don.
listen, I agree with
Listen
you.
to me. Listen to me. You're getting away from the point. It's not my job to
Hey,
give Ryan the benefit of the doubt and
no, I
come up
know.
with explanations
No, no, no.
why he
Listen,
may. That's not my job.
no, I know.
The
Listen,
burden
Jules,
of proof is on
Jules,
him. You
Jules.
have to prove, why is this in your system, because
Jules, I
it's
agree
not
with you.
supposed to be there.
Jules, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. It's not supposed to be there. I don't even care if it's a nanogram, which is nothing, but nanograms are nothing. There's picograms, nanograms, grams. Okay, so milligrams, grams. It doesn't matter what amount is in there. It's not supposed to be there. I agree with you with that. The one thing I don't like about this now, before I give it the benefit of the doubt, I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't enough, so who cares? It's not supposed to be there. But the one thing I don't like, I don't care if all the shenanigans, I don't care about all the videos, I don't care about how many times you're claiming you're married. You committed fraud. This is your character. This is who you are. You're a liar, and you try to defraud the system, and now you got caught.
And that's
Now you
exactly what I
deserve.
was
I
saying.
don't think you deserve a 6-month ban. I think you deserve a P Rose. You need to be a fucking lifetime ban from boxing, because who else? Who knows what else? What other kind of fraudulent activity you are getting away with? You committed fraud, dude. This is not
Yeah,
good.
like
It's not good
it
for the
wouldn't even be
sport.
the Peds. It wouldn't even be the Peds. Like, being
No,
honest with you, if anybody wonders why is it that you take exception to Ryan Garcia if you don't actually care about Peds, and I really do, like, I don't give a
right.
shit.
I don't
Right?
care
What
you.
is it specifically? He sets a bad example for the next generation of fighters, because
I agree.
you don't
I
want to
agree.
fight for belts. You
I
want
agree.
shortcuts. If you succeed, there's going to be a generation of fighters that come up behind you that are going to do the same bullshit that you
Exactly.
do. You don't
Listen,
need to be in boxing. Go to
we
TikTok. Go
we've
to
had
OnlyFans.
we've had boxers change the landscape of boxing, and we know Floyd changed this for the worse. We're hopefully we're coming out of it now. Hopefully we get all these fights. Like I like the fact that Turkey's Al Sheikh is making these fights happen, and that's great. But what I don't like is that we have guys like this influencing young guys, like you said. This is not what I want to watch, man. I do not want to watch a circus act with guys cheating,
He's
thinking
been
they can get away with cheating.
listen.
But the fraud really bothers me. I don't care if you guys are
It's
taking
not even it's
PEDs
not
and not
even
getting
the
caught.
fraud. It's that if you let him get away with this, right? Let's just hypothetically say they were to let him get away with this. It sets a precedent moving forward that
Exactly.
you don't have to fight the best. You don't have to make the weight. You don't have to look for the belts or the glory, the things that bring us to the table, because the only thing I'm concerned with, which is why I say I'm not media, I'm a fan with a channel, and I'm for the fans, not the fighters. No, I'm not for the fighters. I'm for the fans.
Right.
I'm not. I didn't tell you to fight.
Right.
Don't act like you're a
Right.
soldier.
Exactly.
Don't act like you're a soldier, because you're not a soldier.
This philosophy, I agree with. That's why I watch your channel. I agree with that philosophy. I agree with the fact that a lot of these guys are fighting each other, and I can only hope that the new generation doesn't give a fuck about the O and is ready to fight. And they fight each other, because I am tired of this Floyd Mayweather era. I am tired
Well,
of
it's
this.
not just that. I'm tired of the violence. My thing is this. I'm tired of the violence. I want to go back to this. You're not a soldier that's fighting in a war. You fight for yourself. You fight for your bank account or your
Right.
family, but you're not fighting for me. So don't act like you're a soldier that I owe you all this empathy and sympathy.
right,
You're not a municipal servant.
Right,
This is not
right.
a selfless job
Yeah,
that you're
no, it's
serving the
not. It's
community.
not.
But that's
Nice.
the attitude. That's the attitude that, oh, we're supposed to dismiss a lot of bullshit. That,
Right.
oh, it's a dangerous job. Then don't fucking do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
You know
mean,
what you're signing up for. Don't do it. Like Devin
Super chat.
Haney signing up for taking the money for the rehydration. Don't go after him for the money after you lost. So you said it was okay. Don't cry about it. It's like you guys. We can't give in to these people. Like, we got to stop supporting these fucking idiots if they are going to. Who asked for a lot
to
of
me,
these
it's,
fights?
look, let's not. Hold on. Let me see. Oscar Jimenez says Jules is for the fans of eating ass. Absolutely, I am a fan of eating
Thank
ass.
you.
Shout out to Jerry. Jules, I'm sorry if I'm playing bully ball. Let me know when Benavidez turns down the winner of Bivol versus Better Beef, and I will send you the money. Bro, you already sent me some money. You're gonna have to send me that. What is that? $5? You're gonna have to send me that 95 more times.
Oh yeah, and isn't it embarrassing? Isn't it? Hold on, isn't it embarrassing that we had one PBC fighter fight an old guy, and now people are applauding Gervonta Davis for wanting to fight another guy that wants to retire? That's embarrassing.
Now let me have the floor. This is the point that I'm making. That if these kinds of practices continue within the American boxing scene, because in every other boxing scene on the planet, this is frowned upon. It's a joke. You don't see none of this crap in the Japanese boxing scene, the Australian one, or the British. You don't see these shenanigans in order to sell a fight. But in America, all manner of idiocy is justified behind the metrics. No, bullshit. You're a fucking coward. You don't want to do your job the way your job needs to be done. That's the fucking reality of it. You don't want to do it. You don't want the belts because you don't want to deal with what comes with the belts. A part of that is making weight.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
they act like it's
embarrassing,
a
man.
sacrifice, like it's a fucking add-on to their job.
And these idiots will see. It's not about Devin. It's not about literally. It is not about Devin. But you got one guy who makes the weight. That's a part of the sacrifice that a lot of fighters make. Make the weight. You didn't. You didn't. Then you test positive for a banned substance so that you can gallivant around on social media trying to pull from different demographics to play the court of public opinion. No, we don't need a guy like you in boxing.
Yeah.
We don't.
That's why people don't like Ryan, why people don't like Devin, because it's a certain thing from both sides. Or Tank, because people are getting tired. I mean, you can only swindle people for so long.
With Tank, it's the same thing, that you have fighters, once again, and I will not stop bringing it up. Kazuto Ioka deserves to be on a pound-for-pound list more than Tank. He's a bona fide 4-division champion. Tank is not. But you guys are so desperate for an American iconoclast, you'll put this chump on a pedestal. You did it with Wilder. You already did it with Wilder.
Why didn't he unify at 130?
Jules,
what happened there?
I mean,
why,
bro.
Listen, I'm asking a legitimate question. Why didn't he unify when he was at 130?
No. Why don't they call him out on it? You have smoke. Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi. They don't smoke for Canelo. Y'all got smoke for Canelo, but you don't got smoke for Gervonta, huh?
Yeah, why didn't he unify at 130? Who was at 130 when he was there? And why didn't he unify 3 years ago? 3 years ago, when you had Teofimo, when you had Devin, when you had Ryan, where he could
at that
why
time,
didn't he
130 at that time. Lomachenko, WBO. Miguel Burchell, WBC. Javante was never the real WBA champion. It was the Puerto Rican kid,
Yeah,
Alberto Machado.
Machado.
Pick
Machado.
one, bitch. Pick one, bitch. If you
He
the
had-
best, pick
You
one.
don't think he could have beat Andrew Cancio? Andrew Cancio beat Machado. You
At
don't
that
think-
time,
why
Tank
didn't he
was
take a
so
chance?
quiet. He never said anything.
And that's the
Never.
point.
And that-
That the reason that boxing is in decline is because, like, they really, it's almost like that meme of that dog where the whole house is burning down and he's just pretending that nothing is wrong. This is why boxing. This is literally why boxing is in decline in America, because you support the wrong shit.
Right. Like, yo, I got on the phone with Aladdin, right? We was talking on the phone about this shit. And he was at that fight, and he said that some of the sections in the top floor, like the nosebleed section was, I guess, was curtained off. There wasn't that many sold out seats. Like, yeah, you could say that he sells tickets to your blue in the face, but as a television product, he doesn't sell.
Period. And that's not my imagination. You're trying to lower the bar of standard to accommodate the mediocre fighter that you put on a pedestal, because when the fuck has 200,000 pay-per-view buys ever been the year mark of a pay-per-view star? It's not. It still isn't. That's why Showtime left boxing.
You know, I mean,
Okay?
he could have, and you guys, listen, he could have beaten some of these guys early on.
I don't
I
know
want-
about that.
I,
I don't know
you know,
about
you
that.
know, you
I
know
don't
that
know
I'm
about that.
skeptical about that because he didn't fight them. That's why I'm skeptical. That,
Yeah,
bro,
but-
I've never seen a guy who was the genuine article need this much angling. Never.
No, I
Never.
I
Here's the
understand what
thing,
you're
to-
saying,
to add
but
to-
listen,
wait,
in my
to add
opinion,
to-
Machado could have gotten beat by Tank Davis. He got beat by
Maybe.
Andrew Cancio. It's
Well,
like, it doesn't make any sense.
Look what he did to Ryan when he didn't need to. I mean, come on, that's just like
Listen,
pathetic.
he could have been
Bro, the thing is,
unifying.
bro, the
he
thing
could have
is
been
that we can say this till we're blue in the face, but the reality of it is you didn't fight those people.
Yeah.
And the people that we do support, well, it's not like we're asking Javante to do something that Crawford isn't doing, or Inouye isn't doing, or Usyk isn't doing. We're just asking you to do the same thing. And that's unfair. Oh, it's unfair to hold him to the standard we hold everybody else. Or is it unfair that you hold him
Yeah,
above them for not doing what they're
Exactly.
doing?
You're
Look,
gonna
man,
gonna
look.
put him on the pound for pound list and not expect him to do what other guys are doing on
Look,
that
bro,
list.
as a Canelo fanboy, that shit does piss me off as a Mexican, because you see that shit like, fuck, Canelo fucks up, let's say, one time, and all of a sudden he's not shit because he lost the Bivol. It's over. It's over. It's a
Basic-
wrap.
Well,
He's
I already
garbage.
said, and for the Mexican people out there, I'm gonna say it again. The real reason that they don't accept him as the number one draw, that you keep seeing these ridiculous, that are ridiculous. You understand that Canelo is the top earning boxer in the sport, all without Saudi money. He never had to go over there. That's
Yeah.
how strong his audience is. He never had to go over there. He can, but he doesn't have to, right? And you won't accept that a Mexican fighter is the biggest draw in boxing. Why? Because you look down on Mexicans. Say it. You look down on them.
It's a lot of subtle things, Jules. Like when they're like, "Oh, Usyk won all his fights in the world." Well, fuck. Well, since when is the United States Mexico, bro? Because I've never seen a fucking Mexican referee in Canelo's
They try to break it. They try to like compart. No, he's the Mexican. No, he's the face, bitch. Show me who
Yeah,
sells
bro.
more. Show me.
People
Moving
get
the
all
goalposts.
political about it, bro.
Always moving the goalposts. When Floyd is in Forbes, it's all good. When Forbes says he earns the most, it's all good. Let it be somebody else that doesn't look like you. Oh no, well. All right, bro. And you honestly think that anybody with two functioning fucking brain cells to rub together actually believes the shit you're saying?
When
You're
Usyk
delusional.
When Usyk won, Jules, what the fuck did they say? He needed to prove himself more. He's gonna go back down. Oh, he's scared of heavyweights. He beat everyone that
Literally
fucking
Chris
matters.
Algieri. Literally Chris Algieri. This is why I don't swear by, oh, this box. Yeah, whatever. Today you said something that made sense. Tomorrow you won't. Because you're saying that Usyk, who beat Joshua 2 times and just beat Fury, is scared of Daniel Dubois. Well, what?
Who
he
said
beat
that?
already.
Wait, whoa. Chris Algieri said that?
Bro, go to Pro Box's
You're
Instagram.
fucking kidding
And he
me.
said it with his chest.
He heard Usyk is contemplating going back to cruiserweight, and now he's saying that he's running from the heavyweights after having been at heavyweight for 4 years.
and undisputed.
Bro, what about Inoue too? That shit is fucking wild. So he has a shitload of success. He's the number one for a moment, and all of a sudden he needs to fight Tank. Fucking Tank.
Like I said, to me, it is the racism, it is the bigotry, and the xenophobia and superiority complex of the American that does not allow them. It doesn't allow them to view Inoue as number one. It doesn't allow them to view Canelo as the face of boxing. If you really want to get down to it, that's literally what it is.
He is taking a fucking piss, that guy. I can't believe he said that shit. He's scared of Daniel. What the?
They don't want the Ukrainian from Ukraine that doesn't speak that much English. No, he can't be the man. It has to be one of us. Let's start talking up Tank, because Tank fought a guy who weighed 43 pounds more than he did. Oh no, wait, that was Usyk. That was Usyk.
Jules, there was a guy earlier today. He said something along the lines of, "Oh, all these media types ran and covered Inoue and Usyk when they both won recently, but then they don't bother to say anything about Tank beating Frank Martin this weekend." And I responded, this guy is probably the same type of dude who, if you asked him, the guys that Inoue beat, and he'll say, "Oh, he hasn't beat nobody," but then he'll sit there and say, "By beating Frank Martin, Tank belongs on the pound for pound list." Come on.
The shit is that these arguments that they have, once again, because I don't even. It's not like I look for these things. I don't. What really happens is you want us to validate him, because I don't give a shit. I literally don't give a shit. If you think Tank is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and I couldn't give two less of a fucks. I don't have a fuck to give about your pound for pound list. You care about mine. When you see he's not on there, you man, Tank. No, bitch. No. I tell you what, you fucking hoe. I spend money. You don't. That's why my opinion counts and yours doesn't.
Bro, sometimes your feed is fucking wild. I mean, the threads on your post are fucking wild because they see your pound for pound list. They see very few Americans, Crawford only there, and they're just like fucking losing their minds.
Yeah, because they think, because once again, I like the pound for pound concept, especially for discussion, because what it basically is a puzzle. I like puzzles, and it's a puzzle. Can you tabulate the data to rate these fighters accordingly based on a set criterion? And that's all I'm doing. You can rate them for whatever the fuck reason you want to rate. Maybe it's because this guy lives closer to your house. Maybe you sat next to this guy in math class. It's your prerogative, bro. I don't care. But you care who I put on my list. That's right. I'm never gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Hey, I'm never gonna argue with you over your pound for pound. I don't care, bro. You can have Sally Struthers on that shit. And Bob Ross.
That's the wild part, Jules, is that they come and argue with you about your list, and you're not even talking to them.
And listen, the other shit is not for nothing. I would have Bob Ross at number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on my. Bob Ross is the motherfucking man, bro. Painting them pictures. That's the pound for pound, bro. Fuck this boxing shit.
Hey, speaking of money, did you hear Coach Malachi got his channel demonetized, man? Somebody.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I think somebody reported him or some shit, but YouTube demonetized his channel.
Nah, you lying, ain't?
No, I'm not, dude. I've been on there a lot, man. He doesn't have super chats anymore, man.
Holy shit!
For saying what?
I don't know, but somebody did. Somebody did report something because YouTube demonetized him.
Hold on.
But he does strictly Cash App now.
I will say this though. I do notice a trend of when you comment on people that are pro, like Tank Davis or something like that, or PBC fighters, there's always like a cautionary that comes out that you're welcome to the chat. Please be respectful, and if you say anything negative, they'll not let you put your comment in the section, or they'll flag you right away.
I'll say
apparently criticized David Benavidez one too many times. That's the rumor I heard.
I'll say this.
Shut
the fuck up. I'll say this, that I think that he played a dangerous game, by trying to aggravate people with what he was saying, right? Because he
That's
made a lot of enemies, but it's just weird that they would demonetize, because there has to be a precedent to
Yeah, there's got to
demonetize
be
him,
something.
no?
Yeah.
There has to be something that was said, or something that the YouTube guidelines
Yeah,
that, okay, well,
exactly.
this is not in keeping with our guidelines and what we want for, our
Nope.
advertisers.
Well, he would cuss a lot. He used the N word a lot in some of his skits and stuff, and he was always antagonizing the LDBC and the Wakandas and all.
Yeah, but they're after that guy too. Like he's gotten threats.
I mean,
That's
it's what
crazy to me.
Jules. It's what Jules said though. He did play, to aggravate them, and I know for a fact that the guidelines on YouTube are fluid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in other words, that's saying that, okay, so you ruffled some feathers. You ruffled some feathers and you made some people mad. But them being able to demonetize you for what you said is a different step, because what did you do that constitutes a violation
Yeah,
of
but
community
Jules,
guidelines?
they don't care. They're very sensitive about this shit. I mean, when the whole mask thing and the pandemic and the vaccine thing, like you couldn't say anything.
Yeah,
And
when it gets to
Well,
identity
yeah.
politics,
yeah, you can't. No,
get a little-
exactly. So you could make this. You can make a case, like Country said, that somebody probably complained about his racial slurs, and right away, boom, you're demonetized. They can't even take down your channel.
Wow.
So that's about it. Hey, listen. On another note, so is bitch ass backfoot Benavidez gonna not enforce his mandatory with Bivol or Better Beef, just like
No,
he
he's
didn't enforce,
not,
just
because
like he
they
didn't
already
enforce?
they
Hold on,
already said they're not, bro.
just like he didn't enforce his mandatory with Canelo, because he didn't
Well,
enforce that.
Hey, Jules.
He could have
Hey,
petitioned the.
I'll tell you my problem
Oh,
with
it's
that.
you. Oh, yeah. Let's hear it. Let's
Yeah,
hear it. Yeah,
I'll
no,
tell you the
let's hear
problem with that.
it. Yeah, let's hear it.
Where he's not even going to get that opportunity,
Oh,
maybe for another 7, 8, 9 months. So it's not fair to assume what he wants to do in the short term.
Okay,
He's going to
once
reject
again,
the offer.
this is the
It's going to be
delusion.
almost.
This is the delusion again. Do you know why it's the delusion? Do you know why it's a delusion? Because I'm not telling you my opinion. I'm telling you literally what they said. I'm not assuming that they're prioritizing Canelo and going back to 168. They said that.
Jules,
I
that's fine.
didn't say
Hey, I'm
that.
not denying that.
They said that.
No, that's fine. But these things are not
Oh,
mutually
that's fine.
exclusive. He can prioritize him now and still fight the winner in like 8, 9, 10
look,
months.
he's not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do it
He's
because
gonna
it's
do that.
simple. He
Can
doesn't
he?
want to get
Can he
knocked
or not?
out. He doesn't want to get
Is
knocked
that
out
true
for
or not?
like 2.1 million. He wants 10 million to get knocked
Look,
out.
Bivol
I
and
would
Better
say, I
Beard.
would say, here's the reality about this entire conversation. David has spent, and his team have spent over a year saying that Canelo is ducking us, right? This is what they've been saying, that Canelo doesn't want to fight. Okay, so if that's what you truly believe, why are you still pursuing it then? You just said he doesn't want to fight you. You know there's nothing. If it's the way you say it is, right? Team Benavidez. Well, there's nothing you could do to make him fight you then. So then why are you still pursuing him?
I think by the sound, from what I heard in the press conference, they want him to
Oh.
drop the belt. That's what he said.
That's
If
not
he
going to
doesn't want
happen, because David himself acknowledged that the sanctioning bodies favor Canelo. He literally said this. They favor Canelo because they get more money from him than they would from somebody else. Literally the
Yeah,
argument that I made. They're
that's
not
why
going to strip Canelo of a belt to give it to David. That's not happening. David
it's not
knows
very
that.
likely. Yeah, it's not very likely.
But
That's true.
that's not my point. It's that David knows that.
And he refuses
David
to move on.
said that. So if you know that and you said that and you acknowledge that, why are you still pursuing this?
Because he'll
Maybe
never get that same money from someone else, Jules. That's why.
Turkey offered you money. He
He
offered
did.
you big
Brother
money.
Bivol, yeah.
Maybe he still thinks there's a chance he's going to fight
Look,
him. I mean,
he
you
could have
guys
just
think that? I
enacted
mean,
his
by all means.
Barrage.
mandatory. He doesn't want it to get to purse bid, and then maybe
But
he's
look,
gonna get a shittier split. He doesn't
Barrage
want to
just
get
My
gets
whole
knocked
thing,
out.
no, my whole thing is this. Think about it in terms of abroad. If you holler at abroad and you're not getting no rhythm, bro, you're not what? You're gonna keep badgering the broad? No, you move
Some guys
on,
do.
bro. You move on.
And you know what? Some guys do. And you know what happens after a while when that broad doesn't get Chad, the guy she wants? She settles
Mace.
for that guy.
Mace.
How much is?
Pepper spray.
That was
Yeah,
that
so
was
Yo,
But,
is
but
it true that they're
let's
giving that Rolling Stone's getting step aside money?
I mean, like to me, this is a common sense argument that, dog, you can't in the same breath continuously say that he's afraid of us and he'll never fight us, so I'm going to keep chasing him. What? He's afraid of you and he's never going to fight you. So what are you doing? What are you doing?
David's never said he's never going to fight. David still thinks there's a chance. It's the other.
Oh
It's
God.
his
Mirage,
dad.
that's not true.
David
He
contradicts
said
himself.
that.
David contradicts himself a lot.
Okay.
They've said things along the lines of you can't offer Canelo Alvarez enough money to fight us. They've said things
Yeah,
along those
he went on that guy Gillian or whatever the fuck his name is, and he said they offered him 200 million, and he said that still wasn't enough to fight me. So what do you mean that he's never said that? He's gone on platforms and said that bullshit.
Now, where I'm at with this fight, because I don't even care about it that much, but where I'm at with it is, listen, dog, it's very simple. If after all these years, you're still going to try to squeeze down to 168, I guess you didn't like how you felt at 175. Because we know it's easier for you to make 175 than 168. Surely, after all these years, it's a much easier weight to make. The same opportunity that's waiting for you at 168 is also there at 175. You just have to stick around. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
It's not like there's no money.
Listen,
Al
there's
que
big
quiere
fights to
puede.
be made with David Benavidez at 175.
If he wanted
There's
to, he
Anthony
would do
Yard. There's a lot of fucking good fights for him to fight, dude. At
Morrell's up
175,
there.
he could carve out his own career at
That's what happened.
175 and make it good.
The point is about
Don,
people.
but you know why he won't do it? Look at what happened with Vosdick. He even
I
admitted
know.
Oh, he
Vosdick
won.
hurt him.
Oh, he won. He won. That's what happened.
Yeah, I know. Well, he didn't
No,
look
no,
so
no.
good.
It's not even that. It's not even that. If you want to be obtuse about the Vosdick fight, you can. But if you know, if
I'm
you want to
keeping it
believe,
real with the
no,
fight.
no. If you want to believe he looked fantastic, all I know is that after that fight, even he acknowledged that he couldn't throw punches and bunches. Even he acknowledged that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said it.
he pointed to his. He said, "Oh my wrist. Oh my this." Oh my that. Yeah, a lot of that shit sounds good, bro. It sounds good. But I see that you didn't like how you felt there. I
And
can
the
see it. I'm
punches
not
hurt him.
fucking blind.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not delusional. Like I didn't even give much of an opinion about the fight because on fucking Sunday I had an early nap, so to speak, and I missed everything after the David fight. But I keep it real. For the first 7 rounds, I thought it was an impressive performance. After round 7, it was pretty mediocre. It looked like he gassed out, and it was disappointing and mediocre in the second half of the fight. So yeah, it was not. It did not look impressive overall. So I keep it real.
So if the goal is like obviously you need more time at 175 and you need more fights at 175 to get accustomed to what you have to deal with there. If the performance were a masterclass like everybody's making it out to be, well, you wouldn't be running back to 168 now, would you? Because it's a lot easier. I mean, it's a lot easier to make 175 than 168.
Listen, if he had put on a masterful performance, he would be talking about the next fight at 175.
You know, if he would have put on a masterful performance, I would have, and I would have just gave him his fucking flowers.
Exactly, me too.
Chris Billum Smith, he proved me wrong. Did I deny him his flowers?
No, not at all. I heard that. No.
All right. The other guy. Who else had an upset? Right, Liam Paro had an upset.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I gave him his flowers.
Dude,
so
that
if David did his thing, you think I'm going to deny him his flowers? No, I'm not that kind of guy. But the reality of it is, you look mediocre.
I think he was disappointed in his performance, but all these comments are from the next day, the day of the fight. I think give us some more time. They're going to look over it, and we're going to see where they go. I'm not convinced of anything that's going to happen. I think it's still up in the air personally.
I think that given who his promoter is and how he likes to maneuver and how he likes to play the fans against people, it doesn't really work, but that's what he likes to do.
Also, he needs a new trainer. He needs a trainer.
Well, he's not going to get one.
Yeah,
he's not going to get
an actual
one.
trainer. Like, listen,
he's not filled out for 175.
Listen, Mirage. Listen, David Benavidez has a lot of good attributes. He does have a lot of the hand speed. He doesn't have the power, but he has punches and bunches, and he can wear you out. He just needs a new trainer to get him to move a little bit more.
And I don't think he's gonna. I honestly, you want my honest opinion, and this is from the heart. I think Zerto Ramirez is a way more dynamic fighter than David Benavidez because the change that he's made at cruiserweight, it's like you don't normally see pressure fighters change. He changed. He's a boxer now. He's full on his toes, moving around, moving lateral, setting traps, mixing it up on the inside,
You didn't see
jabbing from
David
the
do that?
outside. No, he didn't.
No.
No.
You didn't see a lot of his
Literally
best work
no.
was counter punching.
Literally
Was you
no.
didn't see that?
Benavidez
A lot
only
of
has
counter
Are you
punching in the box.
are you serious? Are you
I'm very
serious?
serious.
Bro, watch the fight again.
Here's
Ron.
an example. Here's an example. Case in point. Zerto, this is not my opinion. Zerto literally fought a younger man who also happens to be a bigger man than Vajdik, who also happened to be unbeaten and a champion. If you can watch Zerto's performance, it's dominant. It's dominant in all the ways that people pretend David was. Zerto was that fight. He was in full control of that fight against a bigger, younger, unbeaten fighter. All right, who was a champion. David fought a former champion in his late 30s, and no, you didn't dominate him. That man didn't have a scratch on him after that fight.
Yeah, that was hard to watch too, man. That was tough.
That,
He hit him.
that
He
man
was pretty
outthrew
good.
Benavidez. That
Yeah,
should
he
tell you
outthrew
everything.
him. What was hard for me to watch is that he sat down on those fucking punches and he turned him over and he didn't fucking put a dent in this guy, bro.
I saw him land the left hook at least 3 times in a fight. Well, it looked like
he
he
did a
threw it.
pivot.
Hold on. It looked like he threw the left hook with everything he had on it, and it had no effect on nothing.
That was hard to watch.
Nothing.
Okay.
Did y'all notice,
Was
like,
it
on
also
the
was it
7
also
to 8
hard to
rounds that he
watch?
was trying
Hang
to
on.
get desperate?
Was it also hard to watch Adonis Stevens peppering Gvozdyk with his power left hand?
You
and
mean a
just
fight
doing
from
nothing?
20? You mean a fight from 2018?
Okay. So his chin. So you're just going to apparently now he's punchy, like he can't take punches.
I'm not saying he's punchy. I'm saying David
He
Benavidez.
looked. Go watch that fight, Jules.
David Benavidez is not Adonis Stevenson. You got to stop with these weird
But
arguments.
Adonis Stevenson, he took
You
Adonis
don't
Stevenson's
punch
punches.
like that guy. You don't. Yeah,
No.
but my point is David Benavidez doesn't punch like that guy. He doesn't.
But he took Adonis Stevenson's punches.
Yeah,
You're
and he took
criticizing David
Benavidez
for
punches. He
taking
never
David's
got wobbled.
punches.
Hold on, but what are you not understanding that fight was about 6 years ago? You're fighting a guy who's 37. You're in your late 20s. He's 37. If you're a monster, look, when Crawford moves up and fights Jeff Horn, bro, he trashes him. He knew he moves up, fights an unbeaten Stephen Fulton, he trashes him, okay? Okay? Now, for you to sell me this dream about David, yo, can you at least dominate a 37-year-old former champion?
No. All I'm saying is Gvozdyk is very durable. He's proven that in the past. And I watched that fight again the other night against Stevenson. Compare the physicality. Gvozdyk was much more muscular, much more ripped last weekend than he was against Stevens. He was fucking jacked.
Was he younger too?
No, he's obviously older, but to me, there's no evidence. You can't say, therefore, he's less durable. Therefore, he should be able to get knocked out.
All I'm saying,
You're
see,
making a leap.
this is the point that I'm making. There was a 37-year-old fighter in that ring, right? Oddly enough, he wasn't the one that looked 37. He's not the one that got tired after the half. No, it was David. David looked like he was 37.
Yo,
I'd love to know.
Benavidez got tired. Listen,
I'd love to
when
know
Benavidez got tired, Mirage, he was
fact
opening
that-
up for hooks and was missing a lot, bro.
The
And he was getting more
fact that
tired.
Bosnick was able to turn it up in the later rounds was fucking great.
Barely.
I mean,
See,
and
this
then-
is the
and then-
weird.
and
This
then he
is the
started getting
weird thing.
slap shots
This is the
from
weird
Benavidez.
thing. This is the weird thing that a lot of the Benavidez, well, at least 2 of them are not acknowledging. I don't think Vojdik looked 37. I think he won the fight. I don't think he looked 37. I think Vojdik won the fight.
Well, his body didn't look 37. I agree.
Wholeheartedly. I'm not trolling. I don't troll. I'm dead ass. I think Vojdik won the fight. I don't think David won the fight. I absolutely do not. So the fact that not only do I think Vojdik didn't look 37, I think Vojdik won the fight. That's what my perspective is. David, for you to be this guy that they say you are, I shouldn't have that impression. You should have been able to beat that guy to the point that there's no doubt. Yeah, you are who they say that you are.
What about the hand injuries? You're not giving them any value, Jules?
Did you give Canelo that grace when he had a hand injury?
Of course not.
Can you answer my question first?
Crickets.
Okay, did Canelo show a swelled up hand in the post-fight press conference?
Canelo
No.
actually had a surgery. Canelo actually had a surgery not long after the fight. Has David reported undergo any surgery for these injuries that he has?
And what was it? Wasn't a surgery?
Can I
What
get
was it?
into that real
Calluses?
quick?
Wasn't a
What
surgery for
exactly was he
calluses?
injured?
Wasn't
What
it for
exactly was
calluses?
injured?
What was that?
What exactly was the injuries that Benavidez
Didn't you
had?
see the huge knot on his left hand in the post-fight press
Yeah,
conference?
thanks
You
to
could literally see
Gavlasik.
it. What?
Thanks to Gavlasik gave him a huge welt.
Yeah, a huge welt on his left hand. I mean, you didn't
This
see
is
it?
what I mean. This is what this
No,
is
on the
not
side of his
no,
face,
listen,
bro.
this at the end of the day, it's not a serious conversation because you can't give me a straight answer. You just want me to give David grace that you yourself didn't give Canelo. You know you didn't. That's why you
No.
can't answer the question.
I'm not a big fan of excuses, but if they're proven,
But you're making them for David.
Okay, that knot on his left hand was real. They didn't just invent that. He had his left hand was swelled up. Surely you saw that.
And the injury that Canelo was real because he literally had surgery for it.
He had surgery months later, calluses, from what I understand. I don't think that's the same as a
Calluses?
swelled
When the
up.
fuck was that reported? Nobody ever said he had calluses.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a serious conversation, and it's never honestly, like I say, this is why I don't talk to everybody because this is not a serious boxing conversation. You're just trying to rationalize why you get to be a hypocrite.
How am I a hypocrite? I admitted
because you know because you know underneath it all, you didn't give Canelo the grace that you're now expecting me to give David.
Jules, that's just whataboutism anyway. Even
That's
if I'm the fucking
whataboutism.
most,
That's
you're going to
plain
do what I'm
English.
doing. You want
That's
to do what I'm
plain
doing.
English. That's plain English. What I know is when Canelo moved up to 175 for the first time, he moved up for a 36-year-old, not a 37-year-old. He moved up for a guy who was coming off of 2 consecutive wins over 2 unbeaten fighters who was a reigning champion. And Canelo, who's a lot smaller and older than David, still knocked the guy out.
Okay.
David didn't, and he's bigger and younger.
I'm not even arguing David looked more impressive than Canelo did.
That's
I'm
not
not
the
even
point.
arguing
That's
that.
not the point. That's not the point. You want me to give him grace that you don't give Canelo.
I want you to just consider.
I hold them. You know that I hold them all, not just David, not Canelo, all of them. I hold them all to the same standard. And when David's not up to scratch, here come the excuses. You said you were going to knock him out. What is it? So whenever David says he's going to knock the guy out, bet on the opposite because you said you were going to knock out Caleb and you didn't. You said you were going to knock out Vojnik and you didn't.
And he said he was going to beat him, and he did.
Amazing. Yo, congratulations. Oh my
But I
God.
deserve some congratulations because people are acting now like he beat Lyndon. What is it, Lyndon Arthur? Like he fought a can. Gvozdyk maybe wasn't in his prime. That's still a solid.
Oh, thank you. You just admitted he wasn't in his prime.
All right.
No, I already said that ages
why
ago.
not give Canelo?
Believe it or not, I am rational.
Why not
Because,
give Canelo?
because the whole thing with David is just a mechanism. He's just a mechanism to hate on a fighter that they already don't like. The reality is, if David would have lost that fight on Saturday, let's just say it would have happened the other way, right? They would have just moved on to another fighter because it really is just about shitting on Canelo. That's all it's about.
I mean, some people.
That's all it's about. No, that's all it's about. You're pretending. You're pretending. You're not going to tell me that there's anything so impressive about David Benavidez. That is a fucking lie.
Well, I'm not going to tell you,
It's a
because you're not going to
fucking
believe it.
No, it's
You're
just
not
a
going to believe it.
No, it's just a fucking lie. By every metric that a boxing fan watches boxing and is impressed with what he sees, there is nothing impressive about David. You fought the same Caleb Plant that an older, shorter, smaller fighter than you fought. How the fuck does he knock him out and you don't? But you're the monster.
Do you think Canelo's impressed with him?
With who?
With David. When he watches him, do you reckon he's impressed?
Absolutely not.
I don't even think he watched the fight.
Bro, honestly, I
mean,
think
if he's
Canelo's
asking
like
a lot of
me.
money, man, he
I
must
think
see
that
something.
Canelo's like me, and he was off getting a fucking blowjob, bro. Like,
He
that's what I think
doesn't
was
watch
doing.
boxing, bro. He doesn't watch boxing.
Yeah, that's the other shit. Boxers, I don't know if people realize that, but there are boxers who don't watch boxing. Like, bro, it's Saturday. I'm trying to get my balls sucked. I'm not trying to watch David.
Bro, and I think they hate him for that too, because they're like, how do you feel about the legend? He's like, who? Like, he doesn't know these older boxers, bro. What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
And
Shout
they
out,
think
wait, shout out to Oscar Jimenez. We're seeing Mexicans give honest takes online about David some justice because some Mexicans have turned on Canelo cause of David. Ho ass.
nah, it's just Mexican Americans, bro. I swear to
Yeah,
God,
it's
I've
really
yet to see a
Chicanos, bro.
Mexican be like Canelo would lose to David, bro. They
Yeah,
Well, what
be
about
like,
Barrera? You haven't
no,
seen
no, no.
Barrera pretty much say that, and Mark, it was a
bro,
Marquez.
Barrera and Terrible Morales are fucking assholes, bro. That
Okay,
and
Bro,
so now
that's
they're
that's like
assholes.
that's like
So,
that's like look at who David went to appeal to the Mexicans. David Fatal like, oh, this is a
what,
match
yeah.
two
made in
Mexican
fuck.
legends?
This
Like,
is a
The
match
guy that
made in
Canelo
heaven.
can't fucking stand.
This is a match. And what do you
Not
tell? Oh no, Marquez said something about Canelo too. Really?
or Bernstein,
Marquez?
bro.
I never would have thought.
Oh my
I
god,
never would have
dude.
thought.
Oh my god.
Or
Wow.
hey, or
Oh
Nacho
my god,
Beristain. You know,
dude.
they asked
It's
Nacho
like
Beristain what he thinks about Canelo. It's like, bro, you already know. Why are you asking him?
Basically. So it's like this is a game, and people act like what the Benavidez fans are trying to do. They're trying to act like people are being unfair to him. Literally, you are bigger than Canelo. That's not my imagination. You do way more. You do rehydrate to
it's the
more.
victim thing that I don't like now.
You're
It's getting
younger,
too
so
much,
when
man.
you don't knock out a Caleb Plant, no, I'm not impressed because I saw Canelo knock him down not once but twice. You didn't even knock him down,
And he threw
let
less
alone
punches.
let
And
alone knocked him out.
and he threw less punches than David.
Bivol said Canelo hits harder than David. Bivol said that,
That's when he knew it was
His
over,
sparring
bro.
partner.
right?
And that's with fewer punches thrown.
Now,
The
now,
only
now,
thing-
now, now, over a year ago, David told the world because he's a clout chaser, and that's all I see. That you're just a clout chaser. After Bivol beat Canelo, what does he start saying? I would knock out Bivol. Okay, go get him, Tiger. You couldn't knock out Vajdik, but I'm supposed to believe you'd knock out Bivol. Go get him, Tiger. Now, I guess we ain't gonna see that because you want to go back to 68, huh? After
no,
you
Jules,
fought the
you are going to see
37-year-old.
that. You're going to see that next year.
Yeah,
You're going to
sure,
see that
dog.
next
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I thought it was gonna be this
He
year.
doesn't
Sure,
want to end
dog.
up like his
Hey,
Egyptian equivalent.
better,
But
better
listen,
be even
dog.
people are not even fighting
Knocked
until
out.
October.
Sure, whatever you say, dog. Whatever
Well,
you
they're
say,
not.
dog.
I mean, we got to
I
keep
don't.
it
I
real.
don't. It's not. You're being obtuse because you're acting like David's ass is snapping at the grass for that fight. He's not. He said his
Okay.
priority is Canelo.
If
And
the
then
offer comes up, I think he's going to take the offer, but he's not going to get that chance until next May, next fucking June, maybe. So
I'll bet you this.
you're going
Just
too.
a gentleman's.
It's too
Just a
soon,
gentleman's
Jules. It's
bet.
too soon.
Gentleman's bet. Gentleman's bet. I guarantee you that when the winner of that fight emerges, whoever it is, he will not fight them. I guarantee it. He will not. The same way I knew Wilder versus Joshua is never going to happen. I guarantee my seal of approval. David wants no parts of the winner of that fight.
I think he will accept the fight if he has the opportunity.
I don't think he's after the fight. He's not.
Okay.
He's not. I'm sorry. As soon as Turkey shifted the focus, because you tagged Turkey. You tagged Turkey. You tried to make it seem like Canelo was asking Turkey. Canelo never mentioned Turkey. He said he's some promoter. He was ballparking a number, but you took that as an opportunity to clout chase. You bring Turkey into it. Turkey told you, I got some money for your ass, but it ain't for no Canelo. If you down, we can do this shit. And what do you say? No, the way my contract is set up. Who seen that interview? Well, the way my contract
oh
is set
yeah,
up.
and then he said, "Fuck no, I'm never leaving PBC." He said that with his chest.
The way my contract is set up. I'm like, hey, y'all can play that game, dog. That
You
dude
don't
is
go to
gonna
the zone.
that dude is gonna break your heart. He is gonna break your heart.
That's the Jules. That's the thing with the when people get cute with that Canelo hate, bro. I swear to God, they can never just say it, dog. They gotta pretend like.
I'm telling you, like it's this game, and I'm like, look, man, and that's why I don't like it I don't like bothering with it anymore. I don't even really do segments on it. I know there's a story about William Skull out there in Berlanga. I'm just tired of it because look, you're telling me that you're not impressed with Canelo, but you're impressed with this overgrown, pillow-fisted. Like, nah, all right, this has got to be a joke. Y'all trolling. You got to be trolling, bro. You got to be. He's a monster. All right, bro. Whatever you say, dog. Whatever.
There's only one monster, and he resides in Tokyo, Japan. Thank you very much.
No. There's a monster at light heavyweight. There is a monster at light heavyweight, and that's why David's going back to super metal because there is a monster there. And you don't want no parts of him, dog. Like,
no, I meant based on the nickname, Jules. Those other two jokers don't deserve that name.
With 120 pounds, are you talking about that kid's 120 pounds soaking wet?
This is what I'll say, that the era of boxing that I grew up in, and the reason that I just don't have a lot of stomach for this nonsense. Spinks knew that Tyson was gonna whoop his fucking ass, and there wasn't anyone more menacing than Mike motherfucking Tyson. But you know what Spinks did? He didn't run from it. He tried to fight him for 34
Yeah, he
seconds.
did. He did.
For 34 seconds. He
got
tried
laid
it.
out, but listen, he got in there.
But he tried it, you know? Roy. I grew up in the era of Roy. This maniac went to heaven. What is wrong with you, dog? What's wrong with you? You don't have to do that. That's what I grew up. I don't got time for these shitty. I don't have time for that, bro. No, I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna acquiesce. No, David ain't it. I'm sorry. No, you don't move like the real thing. The guys that are the real thing, they all move the same. You don't gotta wonder if Usyk wants some problems. You don't gotta wonder if Crawford he knew he wants some problems. I don't gotta wonder about them, dog. They want the problems. They coming at you. All right. Fucking he knew he low ass. First fight at 122. Stephen Fulton, you want me to fight the slick American fighter? I got you. Set it up. I'm all over it, bro. All right. He gives you what you want, and then you move the go. Like, all right, I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for this shit. Fucking Bud goes in there, wipes his ass. Bud goes in there, wipes his ass with Spence. All of a sudden, everybody cares about the car accident. The people who picked Spence to win the fight now care about the car accident.
Yo, let me defend. I feel personally attacked. Let me defend. No, I swear to God, I was rooting for Spence, but I was saying to everybody that would listen, I'm like, boxing is the only fucking sport where you're gonna act like Spence has a chance when he's been in a fucking car accident, bro, and he's not that good.
My thing is, people who picked Spence to win, if you felt that confident enough that there's enough left of Spence to win this fight, you can't deny Crawford his flowers. He won the fight in dominant fashion. He was about as dominant as you fucking can be throughout. So you got to give him credit. What do? No, the car accident. Spence. All right.
There's a lot of excuses, and just you mentioning Inoue again, like just it's so embarrassing, man. It's so embarrassing to go after a guy now that wants to retire, and then the other guy you want to go after is a guy that's 2 weight classes below you. It's just
shame.
This is what it's embarrassing, man. It's fucking, and they still think.
And I can't watch that shit. I can't watch this shit, dog. This is out of control. This is ridiculous, bro. Like, what is even the point in watching and cheering this bullshit? Like, so you more hyped to see him fight a dude from 122 than Shakur, who's right there with him at 135. What is this? This isn't sport. What is this shit? Yeah, no. So look, on that fucking note, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. It's been a long live. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace out, gentlemen.
Have a good night, Jules. Fellas, have a good night.
Night.